What's good, brother? What's going on, dog? You muted. You muted. You
What's
on
happening,
mute,
man?
bro.
My bad.
There you go. There you go. What's good, man?
Man, you
What's
already
cracking
know.
back?
Late night for the
What's
kid, man. You already know. What's going on with you though, bro? How was your Monday?
man? Monday was it was Monday, bro. it
That's an understatement for me, bro.
was Monday. Hey, return back to work. Um, man, it was cool though, bro. It was kind.
You just muted.
I took yeah, I did. I just took my Bluetooth off. I couldn't hear it, but hey, what's good, family? Can't hit Mr. Rashad with the new phone today. Hey, we gonna address that too, man. I'm sick of that dude. That dude been a hater since Coach Prime got there, but we ain't gonna Blue. Hey, let me
Hey,
ease
you know
into
what?
that, Blue.
I'm actually glad that he did what he did. We're gonna address the topic at
Oh
hand,
yeah,
but we're gonna dress and undress tonight.
no doubt. So while everybody coming in, man, let everybody get rolling. Go ahead and say, Ken, you lucky the finesse back failed me this. Hey, we gonna touch on all that. But look here, man. Go ahead and like the stream if you're new to the channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And we appreciate the support, man. We back at it again this week too. We're
What's
gonna
up,
talk
Blue? Too,
about
man. By the way, man, I'm being rude. What's up, Blue? What's going on with you, man? Good show tonight, man.
yes, sir. Nook, what's up, baby? What's happening, man? Look tuned in.
Mark,
Let's
what's
see, chapter
happening?
2 closed, chapter 3 open, rambling. Got to find your tailgate on Saturday. It won't be hard to find us, them boys. We're gonna have a 1400 club tailgate on and popping. Um, it'll be live, man. We definitely come over and connect, speak, say hey, let us know who you are, man, and we'll definitely be in the building. We'll be deep, man. A lot of our YouTube family. The big A, BA, what's up, baby? Hey, I didn't see
What
y'all
it
last week,
do,
bro.
Big Shaq? What's going on with you,
Yeah,
baby?
yeah, Thad, man. Hey, it's all love, bro. We'll be home. Ain't nothing like going home, bro. Don't care where
Hey,
we at, what we doing. No place like home, man.
we're gonna make up
No
with
place
it at the vet Saturday. I promise you that one.
like yes, indeed, bro.
We can't cut loose in Miami like we're gonna cut down in the Jack. You can
Ain't
bet
no
on that.
place like home, bro. One thing about being at home, we get in trouble. We know how to get out. We know
Hey,
some people. You know what I'm saying? We
the
know
friendly
somebody that knows
confine.
somebody. Said, Kim, glad you're in a better mood. I was in a good mood after I got out what I need to get out. Zoe know what I was talking about. Hey Zoe, I cussing too bad, man, in that chat, bro. I didn't. That's why, man, I didn't want to go live with nobody. And plus, I got done late. I know, Zoe, you went live, bro. This y'all first time seeing us together since we won, since we played in the game. Yeah, I maybe I went a little too hard. I don't know, but nothing again. No, I didn't. I was. It was very authentic, man. I tried to, and I'll shut up and let you rock out. So, my thing, my initial. Let's just jump right into it. Let's jump right into it real quick, man. We're gonna talk about it because y'all, we got to get the people what they came to see, what they came to talk about. Y'all know what we coming with, and as always, man, we gonna talk about it. But what was your initial reaction, bro? I know you went live on your page. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Zoe Phillips Tiger Talk YouTube page, and he definitely gonna be going live at various different times. But go ahead and jump on in there, bro. Let the people know how to find you. Then we're gonna do our housekeeping. Then we'll get rolling.
Yeah, man. You can follow me on our Twitter, Debonair Inc. I'm Debonair underscore Inc. IG Debonair underscore Inc. No, I'm sorry, Twitter Swap House. Debonair Inc. on IG and on YouTube, man. Just Zoe Phillips Tiger Talk. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a housekeeping, man. Again, you guys interested in joining the 1400 Club? Just feel free to go to www.1400club.com. Take a look at us, and like I said, if it's something that you don't really think that you want to commit to, but you want to contribute to just be a friend of the 1400 Club, you can do that as well. And you can actually do either or on the website. Give us a holler, man. Look at what we've done. Look at what we're capable of doing. If you're interested, man, please free to join. We would love to have you. And we encourage all y'all to come to the tailgate because you're gonna see us in true rawest Jew fashion on Saturday.
Man, you fading in and out from your background. Just FYI. I
I
know
got
you always coming with the virtual background. I ain't capable yet, man. I gotta save my coins up, man, so I can get me a new computer, man. And
Mm-mm.
y'all feel free to donate to the channel, man, because it's all going for a good cause. But make sure you go subscribe to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. If you guys had a chance to do that, definitely got to go tap in, bro. We did a phenomenal recap show. Myself, D Corey C, super dope producer, super producer Corey C, head of Tiger Talk with 1400 Club. Always appreciate him having Zoe and I on as far as the recap. It was if you hadn't had a chance to tap in, be sure to go tap in. Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club podcast, man, going strong. Episode 267, bro. 267 episodes, man. People think we new to this thing, so I try to tell them we just new to YouTube. We new to YouTube,
We're going
but we've
almost
been
3
doing
years
it. We've been
strong,
doing it
man.
for quite some time.
Yes,
And
sir. Almost
Ken, you got
300
a name
episodes,
around
and
some
that 300 episode gonna be a big one.
Hey, man. I listen. It was a little flamey for me. Let's jump right on into it. Like I said, man, appreciate you guys tapping in. But yeah, man, the game was you called it what? A character building game, bro. Character building
Sure.
game. We came out and let's tap on it real quick. Jack State, Tennessee State, final score 16-3. Ooh, that ain't the sexiest score, bro. But let's go ahead and get the people their first reaction again. Just kind of touch on what you take away. Like we ain't gonna give them everything that we said, but we definitely want you to go tap into the Tiger Talk. But since we live tonight, you had a chance to kind of regroup, think about it a little bit more, let it marinate. What's your thoughts on our showing on Saturday night?
I think I'm in the opposite of everybody else. I'm glad that we got the victory, so I'm never going to be upset about a W. But the team's upset in the way they performed, and rightfully so, because we have a new standard at JSU. But I look at everything through a different lens. I'm glad that we had that type of game. Specifically for this team, because, for the most part, we are going to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? Let me drop that right quick. There we go. And,
Boy, came down a couple notches.
we have a dominant team, and so knowing that we're going to be dominant, we don't need to take the approach that every game is going to be a cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? Or at least for the players. And so a lot of times, as in life, and that's what sports is, it's a teachable moment that you kind of convey. It's my sister right there, Ken. My baby sis right there, little Melissa. Yeah. And so pretty much, man, we needed that. Again, it is character building, but in all that resistance, man, I did see some growth. I saw a team that didn't quit. I saw a team that showed resilience. I saw a quarterback who's the unquestioned leader of this team show his mettle and actually prove and rally the troops. There was no sulking. There was no panic. There was no regression. You know what I mean? They stayed the course, did their due diligence, and got the win. And even looking at the behind-the-scenes footage, man, to see Willie Gaines, do what he did to actually, get the attention of Coach T.C. Taylor, to fight, to get on the field, to make a play, to see him do that. And then for Shedeur to go to him on a particular route that he was, going to Coach Taylor for, and to get that touchdown, man, it said a lot, man. So we grew from Saturday.
Yeah, man. What's up? What's going on, Terrell? My initial thoughts was I think so people understand, my frustrations and I'm make no mistake about it, man. I'm ecstatic that we won the game because I'm telling you, it's a luxury to be frustrated after a win, bro, let alone being ticked off because you lost a game. So I want people to think that my frustration, again, my standard comes from what our coach has been telling us, what we've seen, what we know, and what we've been around. So the standard, you got to keep in mind, the standard isn't just to win. Like he said, he wanted to dominate. You know what I mean? And I bought into that, man. And I feel like we have the team that's very dominant. And I felt like we had plays on the field. And we kept I said we ran out of toes, man. Because we shot all our toes off on Saturday, bro. But at the same time, I ain't going to touch that one. You know what? I'm gonna recant my statement. Damn, my bad, bro. I just walked into that one. Hey, yee. Come on back, man. Hold on to this thing. I apologize.
Hey,
Hey, dog, my bad.
Coach, if you
My
see this, I'm
bad.
riding with you, baby. If you see this, Coach,
My
I'm riding
bad.
with you,
My
baby.
bad. Hey, don't. Hey, we go. I reserve the right to reject it. Hey, y'all, please don't. Come on, bro. Let me get it together. Hold on.
Oh, no, we good, baby. I'm messing with you.
Hey, don't nobody crop that out and go sit there, man.
I know, right?
Hey, I'm still, yeah. Damn. Um, let's just say we had a couple of bullet holes in our foot. Let me just say it that way. We ain't gonna touch it. We gonna touch the other part of it, man. We unforced errors is what's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shaq said times like this you wish you had an edit. But hey, man, this is raw. That's the difference between being live and actually recording. You get it? Like, hey, this is the time where we need D. Corey C say, all right, dog, we're gonna cut that out.
I
And
know,
then
right?
he'll save all of it. Now Corey told us though, he told us on the show, look at this. Look who done showed up, bro.
My boy.
He ain't gonna come on the stream. He's scared, man. Come on the stream, dog.
Well, watch this.
But
Sergeant Waters, come on in, man.
But yeah, bro. The thing that Corey told us he gonna release a blooper reel one day. All our screw ups, man, that he didn't cut out. So it's all good. But no, man, it was definitely. Hey, man, it's crazy. But overall, from the game standpoint, you're right. You know, I definitely rock with your sentiments about the game. You know, it's a character building game, and you need a game where when things go left, and oh wow, Seahawks just won a 1-point game. I actually stopped watching that game. Wow, okay, thanks for letting me know, Diamond. I appreciate that. Appreciate the update. But after thinking about it a little time afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the thing. So we went back and saw that actual picture of JD Martin being down by contact before that fumble, because I think we all would agree that that fumble or so-called return of the reversal of the touchdown was the beginning of I call it the goofy stuff, right?
Yep.
And then from there you take points off the board. The defense though. Enough about the mishaps. The defense was absolutely dominant, bro. So we took some things away from the game. You're right, Shaq. The referees was pretty. What did you say your assessment was? What did you feel like that? You said you felt like that call because that targeting call was egregious. It was a pretty bad targeting call. I think we all felt like, but about a letter of the law, unfortunately, I think they got that call right. The rule sucks. We kind of debated that earlier today, but you felt like that reversal of that touchdown was somewhat of makeup. Speak to that a little bit.
Well, yeah, because typically when you have, even if it is by the letter of the law, the refs still have emotion as well, because sometimes they may feel hey man, I might have missed that one. You see what I'm saying? And they subject themselves to that too. So I truly believe that. And were these actually SWAC refs or were these OVC refs? Do we know?
I said HBCU ref, and I just threw it over.
And also, I feel like because the call was so questionable, because it was so egregious, and at least in my estimation, I'm just going off raw footage, raw emotion of it. I really felt like that fumble was a makeup call for them, because they do that. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a known thing. If they blow a call, trust me, they'll try to recoup and make that back up to the team. It's a well-known thing. This is not speculation. It happens. Let me make that up to you. No, the makeup call. You've heard that term before. It was a makeup call.
Yeah.
Because he was clearly down. Now, granted, no, it wasn't a touchdown. By the letter of the law, when JD fumbled, his knee was down on the 1 yard line. What up, Lane?
I mean, it should have been at the half. It should have been at the half yard.
Half mark. Yeah. You're right.
I mean, so let's just count it up. What I counted up not the possibilities. I counted opportunities that should have been points.
For sure.
And this is why I was frustrated. You factor in the blocked field goal, that's 3. The JD Martin touchdown reversal, that's 10 points. You factor in the drop touchdown by Dallas Daniels,
Kevin
17.
Coleman.
The drop touchdown by Kevin Coleman, that's 24. a Shador goal line stand, where some say we basically crossed the goal line,
31.
but that's 31. And then
Mhm.
you factor in the touchdown that Kevin Coleman caught that was negated by a penalty.
Mhm.
So you counting about 38 points that we really could have scored. Now I'll say it this way. I'm gonna do a comparison because I was talking to DJ today. Oh yeah, Jency Riley. Now I didn't count Jency Riley's because now it did hit him in his hands. It did. If he catch that, but that one led to points. Keep in mind. If it led to a field goal, I'm not counting that because the ball could have been a little bit better and he could have sat down on the route, but it did hit him in his hand. What's the rules though? If it hits you in your hands, you got to catch it, right? So
Fact.
he didn't catch it. But let's say it this way. The point that I'm making is, you remember first game? You remember that wheel route that Shador threw to your buddy on JD Martin over there? That miss felt totally different, didn't it? Because we was up 59-3. And we was like, man, boy, just imagine if he would have caught that thing. Those stats would have been. See, that miss is a little different when you're whooping. But when it's a close game and you're playing goofy and the misses hurt a whole lot more. So I think in this game, in the end, like I said, you just want to win, bro. You just want to win. Now, I got to go back and I said something that, I said it was about a 40% clip, smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. I got to go back and correct myself because if it's a character building game, then in actuality, like you said, they actually did play with character. They stayed the course, they weathered the storm, and they showed some grit. And when the pressure was on, QB1 delivered a beautiful ball to Willie Gaines, and Willie Gaines went and got that thing, man. He went and got it. Now, like I told Willie, if you ever watch this video, I said, bro, you got to keep your helmet on, dog. Keep that helmet on, run to the sideline, then take it out. Don't take that. Yeah. And then the funniest part of that touchdown, I shut up and let you go. Did you see Willis, man, fall? And then he tripped down Daniel. I said, man, what do you do, you boy, like that?
Did on purpose. He did on purpose too, man.
Yes, indeed, man. But we go. Roger, don't worry, baby. We gonna get to Mr. Gaddy. Don't worry about that. We gonna ease into this thing. We taking it baby steps. We got a whole lot to address. Now, we ain't gonna be all night, but we got some things on the agenda that we want to talk about. But go ahead, bro.
And I was gonna say too, just to let everybody know, we've all heard Coach Prime say, "Hey, he wants players that are smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character," and he actually added character before last fall season. So we know at the beginning it was just 4: smart, tough, fast, and disciplined. But he also has a caveat because he also says to win a football game, you need 3 out of the 4. He always says that you need 3 out of the 4 to win a game. Right. And he actually grazed them on that scale. He was like, hey, were you smart? Were you tough? Were you fast? Were you disciplined? And they'll answer it. He's like, okay, we were fast. We were tough. Were we disciplined? No. You see what I'm saying? He was like, then if they get 2, like, now you see, you need 3 out of 4 to win. So, but to add to your point too, man. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To Nook's point, that's true. But again, that goes back to the piss poor officiating that we all could. There was a lot of inconsistency that was going on, man.
But also too, when you talk about stuff like that, Nook, when it comes to a player taking off his helmet, is he in the field or the line of sight of whoever is looking at him? You have to understand that's a touchdown that Willie Gaines got. All eyes are on him by all the referees. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they so quick to throw a penalty after a touchdown. I ain't never seen a bunch of referees that just don't have no. They act like they the fun police. They just don't. They don't want you to do nothing. Just hand the ball off to the referee and go back to the sideline.
But you know what? They don't really run to the players like they're on the FBS level though, because I actually noticed it. They run to our players.
Man, they be running like don't you dare celebrate. don't you do it. But no, man. But overall, man, let's. The offense did what they, listen, Shane Hooks, 9 catches for 90-some yards. Sy'veon Wilkerson. Hey, we got ourselves a running back, man. I'm just saying, man. We already knew what he could do, but we wanted to see him get now granted, it's a pecking order. You got to this is the beautiful thing I love about Sy'veon's story, though. So he ain't just walk in and coach say, oh, you Sy'veon, you led the MEAC in rushing or how many yards it was. We're gonna just give you the position. He went out there and took something. He went out there and earned something, right? And that's the culture that Coach Prime is building over at Jack State. I love it, man. It's centered around competition and it's centered around. I said prime time. I thought y'all wouldn't got coach on him, man. I said,
is that Jensen?
Huh?
Nah.
Prime time.
Is that Jensen? Nah.
I don't know, man. I hope that ain't just in bed. If you been just log off and go to sleep. Go ahead.
Look, I was gonna tell you, man. I told you the other day, man, that Sy'veon is a little mini Walter Payton. I got a nickname for him now. Y'all know Walter Payton's nickname was Sweetness.
Come on, I'm
not saying he's Walter Payton. No. I'm not saying he's Walter Payton.
Don't do that to him, though.
I'm not. I said he's a little shorter, chubbier Walter Payton. All right. So y'all know Walter Payton's nickname was Sweetness. So from henceforth and forevermore, Jack State, Sy'veon is going to be known as Little Sugar Cube.
What the hell, man? No. Bro, I would be pissed off, man, if you.
What up, Little Sugar Cube?
Like that, bro. Don't do that, bro. No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna look. That's on Zoe on the island by himself with that. We are not about to do that to Sy'veon, bro.
Hey, man, I'm a Wolfpack of one.
Bro, no, you can't do that to him, bro. Look. With all due respect, we got a plethora of running backs from a historical standpoint. That I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a really good fact. We're not gonna do that. He told him, "Thank you, coach." That's that Little Sugar Cube. Man, come on, dog. That's just.
Hey, man.
Bro, do you know that's like you remember Zoe has logged off for the night. Thank you, Blue. Like that was Zoe put that ball in there.
It's comfy. And you see it say rise and shine. It's comfy,
thank you. I was thinking Lewis Tillman, bro. Like if you're gonna do something.
No.
Hold on. No. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a name. For running back type from a historical standpoint. I'll give you a name. You got to follow with me on this. If he's anything, I'm going to tell you who he remind me of. And it ain't somebody it ain't just crazy like that. If you're going to say a baby version of this, then I'm going to say he's really like, Sy'veon Wilkinson is like a mix between, I'm going to probably get in trouble for saying this, but I would just say a baby Destry Wright, bro. Let me do that. A baby Destry Wright. Because Destry, I think Destry was a little bit bigger than he is, but I'm gonna go there.
Now, I more than anything, I'll say, in all seriousness though, Carlos Knight.
I was gonna say Carlos Knight. I swear to God, I was gonna say Carlos Knight, and I didn't. I was gonna say Carlos Knight. That's actually a really good comparison. I'm glad me and you on the same page with that. But I mean, D-Train, I think when you go back and look at, but Sy'veon's a little shorter than he is. You see what I'm saying? So when you go, Carlos Knight is actually a really good comparison to that. And I think that's probably safe. Let's just drop the Sugar Cube thing, man. I know you had a little coffee. You must put a couple of them in the coffee.
Hey, I said that Sy'veon running style is just like Carlos Knight.
That man said, what did you just Man, all right, let's move on, bro. Hey, I'm ecstatic. 15 carries, 81 yards, bro. I think those stats are right. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna go back and check it. I'm gonna fact check. 15 carries, 81 yards. I had it right. I did remember that. So look, again, from an offensive standpoint, we know what the wide receivers had a subpar day. It's okay to say that. They had a subpar day. Tight ends, subpar day. Running backs, but we found a running back that we can build up on. QB1 did what he did. You know what I mean? 1 touchdown, a couple of drops. He could have had 4 touchdowns. Like I said,
running backs did fine. I mean, we had the total yardage between 3 running backs. We still went over 100 yards,
bro. It's not about the yards. It's about putting the ball on the ground. There's one ball.
Oh, I mean, yeah. We had what? We had
one ball in the game. You got to protect the ball. And I'm But let's get on to the defense, man. We got to get it. The defense is, man. Let's. I wish I had a hand clapping thing on here. I don't have that right now. But shout out to Coach Dennis Thurman and his defense. Dennis Thurman.
We're gonna talk about this.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Because I don't know. I don't listen. Coach DT, and I love what Coach Prime said in the press conference today, talking about the Thurman, getting him to come out of retirement and come on, hey, you got all this knowledge, we're gonna put that thing to use. And as you can see, Jack State right now leading #1 defense in the nation, only giving up 3 points, a total of 6 points in 2 weeks, man. So,
Hold on.
like I said,
passing and rushing.
oh, without question. I mean, we haven't even given up a total of 300 yards in 2 games, bro. So that's impressive, man. I mean, shout out to Niles Gaddy and the crew, man. I mean, Aubrey Miller, Niles Gaddy, Devontae Davis, man. Let's talk about it, bro. Like, the defense has been, Jeremiah Williams showed up. Justin Reagan showed up. Jason Mercier. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jeremiah Brown, man. Barron Hops. I mean, it was a really good day for the defense, and they was in some tough situations, and they battled. Now, here's the thing I like about what the defense did, bro, that I thought was just very impressive. As we touched on Tiger Talk. They gave up 3 points on the first drive, bro, and they proceeded to shut that team out the rest of the game.
They proceeded to punt.
Every drive that preceded the first drive, and they basically they held them to nothing. And how many times did they cross the 50-yard line?
For the entire game, twice.
For the entire game.
Twice.
Boy, that's hard, man.
Hold on. Since you said it, I got to say it.
Okay.
In 2 games, our opponent has crossed the 50-yard line a total of 4 times.
I'm going to go back to something. Nook said something that I think we need to touch on. I think you can drop Zimmer, bro, and just go strictly with DT and his staff. Not saying that Coach Zimmer is it. I'm not fully aware of what his contribution is. I get the scheme, but I know we Coach announced that. But when you throw those names out there, and this is my assessment. I'm not saying anything. You correct me if I'm wrong on this. Coach Dennis Thurman was like this last year when there wasn't no Zimmer. You know what I'm saying? So this, and then he got better. He added better players according to their estimate. We, like I said, when we say things, we're saying what the coaches say. They see it. They saw it, and they also played it, and they did it at the highest level. So, is there some contribution from Coach D from Mike Zimmer? I haven't seen him on any videos. I haven't seen him travel with the team. I could be corrected. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He hasn't traveled with the team. Most of what he's going to do has been remote anyway. And Coach Prime even said so.
Yeah, I mean, it could have something to do with game planning. But at the end of the day,
he can't be on the sideline.
Good point. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them would be. But I mean, the game planning and putting together, I just think we gotta. I think when it comes to me, I want to make sure that we hit our target when we talk about this. I'm saying Coach Dennis Thurman he's called a masterful game. Somebody corrected me on Saturday. I forgot the title of it, bro. But that amoeba, the psycho front, man. That amoeba style defense is pretty effective, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But to say the least, I mean, there was a time where we had about what we had 5 or 6 on the line, bro, and dropped 4 and rushed 2. I mean, those types of fronts, man, where you see the level of confusion that he's putting in front of the. I mean, it's led to answer some questions pretty early. What was the question? Who's going to replace James Houston, right? Because that was a serious question. Coach Prime addressed that today. He talked about number 57, who was on the opposite side of James Houston. Let's talk about it, man. Let's give him his shine. We're going to give him his flowers. He had, 5 sacks? It should be more than that. But
yeah, 5.5. 5.5.
5.5 sacks? Let's talk about it.
Man, look, I'm going to say it. We started this train the end of last season. Going into the Celebration Bowl. It's documented. We got video footage. We was on this train early. So for everybody who want to come down and be like, oh, now it's got it this, now I got it that, because now got it was an afterthought for the Celebration Bowl. But these 2 J's on this screen right now, Celebration Bowl was saying, this kid gonna be a monster next year.
That's my dark horse defensive player of the year, dog. I might need to I'm gonna leave it at that. I said Aubrey Miller, but I also said Niles Gaddy. I think those are the 2. But let me throw this out there. Let me throw another name out there. We're gonna touch on all of them. Who's leading the defense in tackles right now?
Cam. Oh,
Cameron. Hey, another one of my favorite defensive titans, man. Hey, man, the defense is special, man. You gotta give it and let's tell those that's tuning in just how, man, this team is young, man. This is a young defense. This is not an old defense. If you look at the players that are playing right now, think about it now. Kevin Wiggins is what? A sophomore. I think the elder statesman now, I know Jason Mercer grad transfer. Vontae Davis has 2 years of eligibility after this. If you didn't know that, go tune into our interview with Tiger Talk when I had a chance to sit down with him. Because when he first got to Jackson State, he did not play with the team. He actually had to, it was basically like his prep years. So he had to get caught up with his eligibility and everything in school, and school was first. And then he literally has 2 years of eligibility after this season. So technically, he's a sophomore.
Big Julius is a sophomore.
So you got Julius a sophomore, Devontae Davis a sophomore. Justin Reagan is basically gone after this year. Mercier is gone after this year. Miller's gone after this year. But Barry Hobson, sophomore. Jeremiah Brown, sophomore. Jeremiah Williams, redshirt freshman. Cameron Silver Craig, true sophomore. I'm just saying, you got a bunch of sophomores and a couple of grad transfer. A couple of seniors. All sophomores and seniors. Herman Smith, sophomore. It's beautiful, man, when you look at it, and it just goes to show that these are the types of players that are getting those reps. But one thing Coach Prime did say in the press conference I thought was pretty cool. He talked about how he said in practice on Sunday he gave most of those reps to the players that didn't get the reps in this last game. Yep. So could it be possible we might see some more faces that crack the lineup? Somebody tweeted today that they back. What's his name, man?
It'd be Katron Evans.
Big Katron. Folks forgot about Katron. Now keep in mind, though, as dominant as his defense is, Coach Prime has made it known that we are this dominant without 3 starters. So, listen, having a good defense allows your offense, when it's not clicking on all cylinders, to have an off night. Defense, you don't have off nights on defense. You're not supposed to, right? Defense supposed to travel. But we did open the season up on the road, and man, it's so good to be home, man. Get some home cooking. For those that's worried, water situation won't be a problem. If you have an issue, look, if you're gonna be traveling into town and you're gonna be staying at a hotel, today is Monday, but tomorrow's Tuesday. Go ahead and reach out to your hotel if it's gonna be in Jackson. Just give them a shout, see if everything's good. From what I've told, everything's good, and my family up north and everybody's been good for quite some time. I know it's some leftover remnants that still need to be addressed, but for the most part, cities are moving in the right direction.
Yep. But I got to tell you, man, when it comes to this defense, we harp about how good what we have out there is doing, but I really think it highlights and makes it even better when you talk about who hasn't been there, who hasn't been playing. Like we saw how dominant Doyle was in game 1. Doyle didn't play last week. You know what I mean? You look at again, Jeremiah Williams, who we talked about before the season. Dude came in and was a bull in a china shop, you know what I'm saying? And, everybody talks about, Devontae Davis, and rightly so. But, again, True Thompson hasn't seen the field. Derek Burgess hasn't seen the field.
Frankie.
I don't know why I keep saying Derek Burgess. Freddie Burgess. Forgive me. There's another dude I played Ole Miss. But
ain't seen the field. Travis is still rehabbing. I mean, those it easily could be 4.
Malachi has not seen the field. Mark Pope hadn't touched the field yet.
Malachi saw the field some last game.
He saw the field some, 2 plays, but man, it's. I try to tell everybody, man, it's unfair if we really have everything on this team on that field on this sideline. It's unfair.
Hey, Roger Jones, you better believe it, man. I said it's gonna be in excess. Now here's the thing. I am glad said Nugget hasn't seen the field. I expect Nugget to play. I expect Nugget to play on Saturday, and we'll touch on that a little bit because let me say this because you hear chatter out there. We our ears in the street, man. We hear everything that's out there. It ain't nothing said that don't come to us. At least don't. Everything comes our way. It ain't nothing. Thad be reaching out, be telling us stuff, so I'll be like, yeah, I already know. But I never tell him I know that already because I just might mess around and hear something that I ain't heard. You know what I'm saying? So I just always just say keep it coming, right? But here's the thing, and this is the thing that our fans, and I say our fans first, need to understand because we heard some things, heard some of our fans say things like the best players ought to play. And this is the problem I have with that statement. I got two questions. My question is, what are you using to say that this person is the best player? And is the coach not qualified to be able to make that decision? Like, what are you basing that off of? Because last I checked, I got a team that's centered around competition. And what did coach say today? He said, you're gonna earn your keep what? At practice. So the players that you're seeing on the field, apparently the coaches feel like those are the players that have shown them what they needed to see at practice, which is why they have earned the right to play. Right? So let me get you this question. So if you're going to play players based off of name and not based off performance, what's they going to say about the play? I give you a couple names. Bro, if I'm a young kid coming out of high school, I want to play on a team that's centered around competition. That means that if I go out there and beat this upperclassman, I'm going to get on the field, bro. Yep. And you can't tell me that this ain't indicative of a team like that because of the players that's been starting. I'll give you one name, and neither you nor I felt was going to be starting. Let me see if you can guess who I'm thinking.
Demetri Jordan.
Nope. Defense. We talking defense.
Oh, defense? Hold on.
A young player that neither you nor I thought was going to be starting. Herman Smith, bro.
No, I'm not sure about Herman doing his thing.
No. I'm saying that because when we talked about starting, John Huggins is a what? Reese's Senior Bowl watch list. Mm-hmm. Greg Great is a first team All USA. What is it? Conference USA grad transfer. When we were talking about start, we knew Cam was penciled in. So I'm saying when it comes from when you got players on the roster with that type of pedigree and that level of I would say momentum behind their name. And then you got a Herman Smith, a 3-star out of San Diego, starts.
Yep.
That tells you that Herman Smith earned that, bro. He earned it.
And again, what do we do when we walk in the stadium? What's the first thing we say? We can't wait to see who's gonna start on offense because we know
that's how it is. It's fun for us. We like, boy, I'm trying to see who we looking.
Because we know whoever started, they've been balling their practice.
You see 92 run out there. Shout out to Mike B. Mike B love him some Justin Reagan. You see you see Mike, you see Justin Reagan start. You see Jason Mercier start. You see Julius Reynolds started.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Because that's what we do, and we know then, that's who's been balling in practice. But also
that's how you know.
It's what our fans need to understand is that because we see like, oh man, Malachi should be starting. We're not gonna say he shouldn't or he should. Guess what? If Malachi is handling his business in practice, he's gonna be on that field. And see, the thing about the culture that we have, you update your resume every day. You can't live off the last game. You can't live off those 12 touchdowns you got last season. That don't cross over to the new year. It's just like vacation time on your job. You better use it or it's done. You can't take that into this season. You got to update your resume every day at practice. And Coach Brown will be consistent at that.
That's a great question.
And then we're being in a way, we're kind of being oxymoronic in our comments because we can't sit here and brag on this depth and on the depth that we have, and then sit here because we take a liking to a particular player and we aren't really performing it well. We should have started him. It don't work like that.
Hey man, I love this comment. No rollover minutes. I absolutely love that because you gotta earn you gotta earn your keep every.
You gotta update your resume every day.
Every day, in practice, you gotta go get it.
The thing is, we use sports or football as a tie-in to life, right? The same thing applies in real life, no matter what your field is, even in your personal life, whether it's your relationships, you know what I'm saying, your work life, whatever. You have to update your resume every day.
So, oh my God, hey, the comments are on fire right now. I love this. So, Shaq, good point. And listen, that may be the case, but here's what I say again. People have to understand. You have to be. First of all, you can tune in. This is the beauty of Tiger Talk coming to YouTube. We come to this space because we've been out there. We cover Jackson State. This is what we primarily cover Jackson State. When you see us show up, what we talking about? We might touch on everybody else, which we're gonna get to it. We'll do some quick stuff, but we are primary Jackson State. So here's what I'm saying. Does that mean that others can't cover Jackson State? Absolutely not. But what we're telling you is we JSU centric. So when we coming to folks, we ain't coming with no ulterior motives. So we just give it to you raw and uncut. We're giving you the real.
Well, Shaq, you just did the long version again. You know, I always do the short version. That's your way of calling everybody sheepdog.
So here's what I'm saying. If you go out there, now I will say it this way. Is everybody that's making content and gonna be aligned with it from a pro JSU standpoint? Absolutely not. So if people want to go, people have their own mind. They can formulate what they want to formulate. But at the end of the day,
Look at that.
Look at who?
That comment.
Absolutely. But you know what? Conducting class lunchroom. Man, you know what? That's a great point. Alabama became Alabama, consistent pressure, competition. Nick Saban actually addressed that. You remember at the beginning of the season, though, Nick Saban was ranting and raving with the press, with the media. And you know what he was snapping about? He was snapping about a depth chart. He said this might be the last time y'all get a depth chart because y'all want to know who's starting. Man, he went on a rant about it, bro. He was like, you know what? Everybody's gonna play. And he said basically the best players that practice the best are going to be the players that get on the field. Do we want to play everybody? Absolutely. But he's saying it's really the media and people applying pressure. Like, this is a great situation to be in. Here's another great comment from yourself, Del Rio. Do you think they would lose players because of the system competition?
The complete opposite. The complete opposite. The complete opposite. For an example.
Does Alabama lose players? Yes. They do.
Yeah, but here's the difference.
Go ahead.
Alabama don't play as many players as we play. We're playing 3 deep on defense right now.
Let me ask any player in America, what type of team would they want to play for? A team where the name on the jersey is more important than the name on the front of the jersey? That's the first question. That's the first part of that question. The second part of that question is, what does every player in America want when the coach comes and try to recruit them? So they want to know that they got a chance to play. And if a coach speak for a lot of players is like, yeah, if you come in and compete, best players are gonna see the field. And then you come into their program and then they start who was there already there. And then all right, boy, I am not finna go down our past 7 years of history where we had talent in the incoming freshman class that barely saw the field and we was peed off because we like, why you ain't playing the underclassmen? Because we had coaches that didn't want to play underclassmen.
We playing.
Oh my goodness.
We playing.
Oh man, don't get me started, man, on that. So I'm just telling you now, what did Coach Prime also say? Because it tells me that a lot of us weren't listening. Did he not tell the players that was in the room? He said, I'm trying to replace you next year. I'm trying to out-recruit the room. So we shouldn't be shocked. So guess what I said I had to do, Zoe? I said, I got to change my thought process about this. I got to take my emotions out of this, and I just got to roll with the coaches. Because guess what? Is the coach not a Hall of Famer? Did he not play at the highest level? Is he not the greatest to ever do what he did when he did what he did? And what did he always say? He know what it's supposed to look like. So if that man is at that practice and he has a standard and he's demanding that standard along with his coaching staff that he's assembled, and they are there, that they are seeing that every single day. Who am I to question what that coach says he sees? And we got to stop thinking about the paper. Because keep this in mind. I said this to who was I talking to today? I think I was talking to coach. Now, I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want to get in trouble, and this ain't about nobody in particular. But Zoe, did we know most of these names before they became Jack State Tigers or before we recruited them? The average person is absolutely not. No. The average person didn't know who the heck none of these folks were.
No.
You didn't know who none of these players were.
Mm-mm.
And these players didn't become whoever you thought they were until after they came in and they showed what they showed last year. This is a whole new team, man. And I'm telling you right now, them players that's playing, I ain't feeling sorry for the players that's behind them that ain't playing. I can tell you that right now. They going out there and they balling, especially on defense.
I tell you what, we talked about it. We got a new line, right? Well, guess what? You got one guy that was starting right now that was on the team last year. You know why he started initially?
Go ahead.
Debo got injured. But guess what? Like all practices, you could lose your spot to injury. And so Dimitri balled out because Dimitri literally took Isaiah Lane out the game, right? And Debo ain't got back on the field. That's the way it's supposed to be. You don't lock nothing down just because you know what I'm saying, you had something. That ain't the way life works, you know. One thing you will never hear me say, life ain't fair. It don't have to be fair. Fair is where you judge pigs at. It's different between something being fair and something being right and wrong.
That's facts, bro.
And Coach Prime ain't did nothing wrong. So we ain't got to worry about something being fair. But guess what? I promise you an opportunity is going to present itself and Debo can get back on that field. It's the way it works. But guess what he got to do in the meantime? Still putting that work in practice. Because in life, just like football, you got two things you could do. You can either sulk, quit, you know, and mope around, or you can fight and do something about it, just like in life. Because tough time and adversity coming. What you going to do? Sulk, pout, quit, run away from it?
Yeah.
Or be a man, put your foot in the ground and be about that action and get to it.
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, he talked about, and we'll move on from this. I love the post game press
at a fair, dog. At a fair. That's where you judge pigs at a fair.
Hey, think about the comments he made after the OBC. He said, "Man, we deep. We not just teaching football. We teaching life. We teaching life." You said we were talking today, bro. And you was like, "Look, that's in every aspect of life. That's in every aspect. I don't care what it is. If I don't come to work and come with my A game, bro, I'm replaceable. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think we and listen, and it's no disrespect to the players. I mean, to the fans. I mean, the fans like who they like. We become emotionally attached to players, and we grow a love for them, and we kind of used to. Some of us used to, you know, we love certain players, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this level of competition and this type of roster, I mean, this is the way the coach chooses to go about it. So,
not to cut you off, but just to touch on what you just said, this football team and this roster management, whether who's playing or not playing, assets, liabilities. You got to always prove yourself to be an asset. The moment you prove it to be a liability, you just said it basically.
I think though there's a lot of players that have stuck around, and we are in a transfer portal era where, you know, we tend to think that the transfer portal is just a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? It absolutely is. It works both ways. Now, how many players were left out? I think there was some 6,000 players that were left in the transfer portal going into the season. And that's the ugly side of the portal that people don't want to talk about, is that there's a lot of kids that hit the portal that they didn't get no other opportunities. So you got to be careful with that. And look, if a player feels like the portal is the right decision for them, hey man, I ain't touching that. I'm gonna continue to encourage that player to keep grinding it out until they, if they decide they don't want to be a Tiger no more. And as of right now, no one has done it. We only had one player that we saw hit the portal that got out of it. That was Mark Pope. And I'm ecstatic that he decided to stay. So I'm looking forward to seeing him hit the field, man. So that's all I got on the comments in regards to like portal talk. I won't touch on the rest of that stuff. I'm not going. One of the things we're gonna try to do a lot of, man, is just navigate around the trash. I don't everything don't have to be addressed, bro. We hear everything, we see everything, but everything don't have to be addressed. You can see things when you see things for what they are. You just kind of move around and it's like, all right, okay, whatever. We're gonna keep pressing on and keep encouraging these young men, man, to fight through adversity. And this whole this false reality of every time you run into adversity, you can run and escape and find a new situation. Not every time in life you're gonna be able to do that. Sometimes you're gonna have to take things on the chin and learn how to persevere and overcome some of those obstacles that get put in your way. And you appreciate that a whole lot more. So anyway, that's my assessment on the roster management part of it. And I wanted to make sure we, touch on that a little bit. But somebody said I'm proud of Kevin Coleman. Absolutely, man. Kevin Coleman had a really good post-game interview. I really enjoyed that. He talked about games like Tennessee State, Jack State, though, was games that those types of games, the big players step up, make big plays, man. Those are the games that you earn your keep, man, and really and maybe my initial comment, and I would say my initial reaction to it wasn't necessarily theirs. I mean, Coach them knew they left some stuff out there, but it did feel good to get the win, though. So I don't want to lose sight of that, but that's pretty much what I had from the Tennessee State game. Much respect to Tennessee State too, by the way. That's a good team. That's a really solid team, bro. So they did their thing, and at the end of the day, whether we say it was us, however they want to slice it, the defense is going to get credit for stopping us from scoring. You feel what I'm saying? So we out yarded them, but like Coach said, we weren't able to put the ball in the end zone. We scored enough, and MVP of the game, man, Alejandro Automata. Coach said, "You mata to me, man." Matter of fact, prize, hey, we got Automata gonna be coming on Tiger Talk soon. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, but he'll be on that soon. We're gonna interview Sy'veon, give him some shine, man.
Work on my Spanish.
But anyway, man, any more thoughts you got on this game before we move on? And we're gonna take a dip down into SWAC land, man. Talk about some of the games that happened this weekend. We had an interesting turn of events. Then we're gonna touch on our foe that's coming to Jacktown this weekend. We gotta make sure we touch on that. Man. We gotta touch on that now. Anything you got left on Tennessee State before we jump?
No, man, I'll say, man, this game, I believe this victory will prove to be a good one by the end of the year.
I agree. I like that Coach said that he felt like they addressed a lot of the things that needed to be addressed in practice on Sunday. Gave them today off. So it's back to the grind on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the cool part again, bro, is we don't have to hit the road, man. I think the players going to appreciate that. One of the things I am excited about, Zoe, is the players have stated that they are excited to play in the vet. Y'all got to keep this in mind. When we recruited these players, and they came to the vet to see us play in the vet. So now they finally get to play in the stadium that won them over, and reason why they wanted to come to Jack State in the first place. So to our Jack State Tiger faithful, man, we got to show up, man, and we got to be loud. I watched some of that Seahawks game today, man. The 12th man is loud, bro, in Seattle, man. We got to make some noise, man. Grambling coming in there, they got their chest high, man. They got their chest stuck out. They got their head up high. They put a nice little whooping on Northwestern State. So they coming in and try to take something. So we ain't beat them in Jackson since Prince made since Prince was still making music. So we got a ways to go, man.
Well, they come with their chest out, we're gonna kick it in.
Yes, indeed, bro. All right, let's touch on the comments real quick, and then we'll jump to something else. Grambling got their chest poked out like a barnyard pimp. Somebody said, why would Coach Prime go to Nebraska? Make no sense. Hell no, damn Nebraska. I ain't touching on that. Coach said today in SWAC Media Day he's trying to build a dynasty 247, keep that target. Oh yeah, bro. I like what Coach had to say, man. Coach, didn't you get the feeling that when Coach was talking today that he felt like he was a part of this thing and he trying to build this thing up and for the long haul? That's what it felt like to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. We got work to do, man. We got work to do. Coach Prime doing work too.
I said, gambling trash. Yeah, we got to be loud, disappointed at crowd participation. Man, listen. More if I say what I really want to say, I really get in trouble, and I'm not trying to go there. I just want to. I'm gonna keep it positive, man. We actually got. It's a difference between having a big crowd and having a hostile crowd. You can have 15,000 and be as hostile and as rowdy and as loud as you can be, and you can have 50,000 and sound like church mics. So we gotta be better with the crowd participation, man. We
Yeah, we
gotta we
do.
gotta make
We do. We do. Look. We sit side by side, so me and you we'll go off on a tangent about this. I'm like, man, for all things holy, bro, make noise on third down. Why do we always get up, make whatever noise and do what we do when we're on offense? It's
I'll never for the
right.
life of me understand that shit, man. That is the most well who we gotta tell Richard. And listen, I'm gonna see Richard say, Richard, please do not tell the crowd to get up when we on offense. Talking about some what do we want, TD, what's that touch? Like what like
No, I don't even know where they came from. Like, dude, you make noise on defense. We're trying to get false starts and everything on them.
the sad part about it sometimes, bro, is we be making noise and folks be looking at you like you crazy. Like, I wish you would sit down. Like we at a football game. Get up and make some goddamn noise.
Yeah,
My goodness. Y'all sitting
yeah.
down looking at me talking about some sit down. Hey, don't come to section 112 if you don't want to. If you look,
We gonna be
if
up.
you trying to
We
go
gonna be up.
somewhere else. We're gonna be loud this year, man. We're gonna be
And I'm
crazy up.
look, and I'm 6'4" too. We gonna be up.
Trying to tell you now. We have some outsiders. Somebody say, why are some of these outsiders complaining about Coach Prime roster decision? They must do that, man. I don't really care about it. We got a matter of fact, listen, Jack State folk, all my family and friends and Jack State faithful who in this group, we got to
Uh-oh.
stop entertaining the outside noise anyway. Why do we give that stuff legs? Like, if you don't rock with it, just move around it.
Ken,
I'm going to say it again. Everybody, these people don't owe us no positive commentary.
hey,
They don't feel about Jackson State the way we feel about it. So what do, Zoe? I'm not going to complain about negativity in the name of Jackson State. I'm just going to try to counterpunch that with some positivity. You can
what you say
lie,
you
I'm
gonna
going to tell
tell
the
them?
truth.
What you say you
Huh?
gonna tell them? If you ain't JSU, what?
Fuck them. What Dave Chappelle say on that little skit? Because fuck them, that's right. I'm just saying. At what point do you say enough is enough? I done had enough. Don't come to me. I think everybody knows. Don't send
You
me
know what?
nothing, man.
And if you're not like me and Ken, and you don't want to say fuck them, just fuck them. I mean, just throw them a bird. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I just don't get it. I am not going to entertain something that make me feel bad.
and you
I
know
get
what?
triggered. You know what though? You know what, bro? I've had so many, but I ain't never had as many comments I had after that Saturday night video. Why you so mad? You so emotional. Boy, these Mississippi men. I said, man, shut the hell up. How the hell you gonna tune in to me and ask me why I felt the way I feel?
Yeah.
Man, you better get on
Look,
here. Hey man, hey, this
look,
ain't nothing. This is
look,
this is the watered down version, man. Come on,
look.
that's cool
And
when
I'm
they
not
do it.
even. And I'm not
Oh
even.
man, that's what I'm saying. What's up, B? It's
Look,
cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. Fuck them.
but look. And I'm not even trying to segue into, little light Uncle Ruckus. You know what I'm saying? But my sentiments go to what he was saying too.
All right, I'm glad you said that. So we got 260 in there. I need 3 minutes of y'all time, if y'all don't mind. Zoe, I'm gonna play the clip, bro. If y'all don't mind, we're gonna address this. Since you mentioned it, we're gonna go ahead and do it. So I want y'all to rock with us. If y'all seen it, just bear with us. 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
I'm looking at numbers that they gave me. Marshall got 1,250,000 to play against Notre Dame. Appalachian State got 1,500,000 to play against Texas A&M. Georgia Southern got 1.4 to play against Nebraska. Okay, and so forth. Now let's get to us. FAMU got 450 to play against North Carolina. Southern, thank God, you got 760. I like that. Alabama State 590 for UCLA. You probably exhausted that in the flight going all the way across the country. Bethune-Cookman, I don't even know what their payout is. We still trying to find out that. Alabama A&M, 300,000 as well to play against UAB. If we're gonna get our butt kicked, shouldn't it be worth it? How in the world are we selling for the peanuts and the little minute droppings that they're giving us when everybody's darn near 500,000-600,000? Should we get together and huddle up as a HBCU and say we're not playing these beat down games unless we get this? Now, don't go up under it. You can negotiate above, but have the level be 750 a million. Have something. Make it worth your team's while, because you're going to lose players. You're going to lose pride and dignity when we sit up here and telling you we're just as good, but you go out there and show that we're not as good. We're not nearly as good. And then you're losing 3 to 4 players because of the type of beating that you've got. Now you got to lift them and build them back up the next week to go back there and say, you could do it this week. Forget about last week, but you could do it this week. I don't understand that. I don't understand how we allow these other schools to get these type of purses to play against the same team that we're playing against. So who's negotiating this? Can we get together and form a committee or something and say, we're not doing it unless we get $1 million. Negotiate up, but don't negotiate down. And that $1 million should go directly to your football department. They out there getting their butts kicked. Not the rest of the school. They out there getting their butts kicked. They out there getting abused. They out there getting hurt. They out there getting injured. And then you want to spread it out of the school. I don't agree with that. If they're out there playing, they should reap the benefits of the sacrifices that they're making. I just don't like when I'm seeing guys get 1.4, 1.2, 1.7, or whatever, and we getting peanuts. I don't like that. So that means we're not doing well business-wise. I just want to alarm you on that kind of stuff because that's the kind of stuff I think about. And that matters to me. That's the ultimate sellout to me. So I'd rather us get together, somebody take the lead. I'd be glad to. I'm used to being in that position and say, you know what? We're not doing it. Well, Coach Brown, it's easy for y'all to say, no, we're in the same financial situation. We're not in a better financial situation than any of the rest of everybody. We may do more. We're able to work more, and we're able to go out there and get more because we got to go get them. But when it comes to selling our kids out, I can't take it, man. It frustrates me. It angers me. It upsets me wholeheartedly.
Boy, I got a lot to say, man. I'm gonna let you go first, bro.
All right. So, first things first. I'm not going to even address Coach Prime's comments, like talking about. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room because I'll let you have the Coach Prime comments. Because I was bothered. You know what I'm saying? Because I always say I say this every day. Black people devalue anything black. I say it every day. And you get drops of it every day, right? So I'm gonna let you address Coach Prime comments. I'm gonna address Uncle Ruckus. All right. So first off, it was nothing but a little clickbait because I got this struggling website. So I'm trying to do what I can. Yeah. You know, I'm pretty much gonna, quote it as if like Prime is a sellout. You know, you saying you can argue that he's a sellout when Prime, and I'm like, how is saying that I don't want to hold on? How can I sit here and say that the guy Prime made everything in his comment about the kids, about the players? I'm not going to sell out these kids to get beat down for morale or for chump change when we really should be negotiating for more money. And then I'm gonna use that as a form of clickbait for my struggling website because it's just bait is all it is. Let me add him so I can bait him just so I can get him to say something, and then that way now I can barnstorm about Deion Sanders replied and go at him for my struggling website. Let's just call it what it is. But I had a problem with that, man, because if this was another coach that wasn't the HBCU that said this, would that tweet got made? Hell no. You know it and I know it. That's the crap that I'm talking about, man.
That's what you say all the time, bro. You say all the time, black folk devalue what?
I say every day. Black people devalue.
So here's the thing that I got the biggest problem with. with why that was said. I've even been attacked for making comments in relation to this man that really didn't have to come to this space. And so what was our position when Coach Prime first came? We wanted him. See, we were affected too. We ain't some, like, I love what he said today. But listen, we wanted Coach to focus on Jackson State. We was like, hell with everybody else. But what did we say, bro? That man educated us that it was bigger than just us.
Yep.
We can't do this by ourselves. So we had to change our way of thinking. When Coach Prime went out to the masses and said that he called money games the ultimate sellout, did he attack anybody?
Nope.
Did he attach that to an individual?
Nope.
Because what I gathered was that he was really going after the ideology and the thought process of us thinking that we can just, that God forbid that HBCUs come up with a better way to fund our programs instead of going out there getting our butts kicked. Now, this is what he did come back to say. This was the build on. He said, if you're going to go get your butt whooped, at least get you paid for it. And your response is simple. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it again. I just want to make sure I got it, because I went at the dude, man, and I've been going at this dude since the time he been Coach Prime's #1 hater since day one.
Dude, I mean,
but hold on,
sorry, man,
because this is important. He said one being himself could argue that Coach Prime is the ultimate sellout. So you added Coach, called him the ultimate sellout. So you attack him for not being an honest broker during his rant about HBCU payouts. HBCUs are paid the same, and in some cases more than other PWI FCS schools when they play SBA. Beware of false narratives.
Now, let me interject right there too, because here's what I want to get at. Coach Prime does everything with a purpose. So this idiot goes out and says we make the same as other PWI FCS schools or more, right? Notice Coach Prime didn't say any FCS schools, did he, Ken? You know why?
He did not. He mentioned FBS schools.
But you know why? Because Coach Prime is trying to get this idiot to understand we don't view ourselves as lesser than.
Thank you. So this is the problem I had. So you know what? I'm gonna go there. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna say what I said today. The greatest threat to those that wanted to lead a slave plantation was the house Negroes. If you don't know your history, go look it up. Just look it up. So basically, his statement is, you're operating in bad faith because you're creating a narrative saying that we're not, when in actuality, things that we actually are getting. So we're already, in essence, don't do nothing. What are you ranting about? Some HBCUs get paid. So in other words, don't do nothing. It wasn't but I like what you said. It was but let me say this though. Let me take it in a different direction, because we talked about this. I shared a story with you today, and I'm gonna share it with everybody and I, you know what? I left that person's name out because I'm gonna attack the words. I'm gonna attack the person. I've already done that.
I tell you what, we don't say Bill at Jack State, but when it comes to that dude, that from this day forward, we're gonna call him B Lee, big eye, little eye, just like Uncle Ruckus.
No, man. This is what I'll say. This is an educational thing. This is an educational thing, I would say. And Blue, you just gotta rock with me on this one. And don't quit. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I don't ever toot my horns on. I don't ever talk about me. I don't ever try to let people know what I do professionally and who I work for and all that good stuff. But you talking to somebody that, I'll just say it like this right here. I ain't a small. I'm a small piece, but I sit in a pretty decent seat to know what I'm talking about when I say this. But I have a friend. I have two friends, but number one, I'm gonna share this story. I have a friend that works in HR. He's in a high-level HR position. You know what that friend told me, Zoe? That friend said 95% of all African-American candidates that interview for these for roles, they never counter offer. This is somebody that works in I'm just saying, a Fortune 500 company that I'm talking about, billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar company. You know what happens to most of us when we get faced with opportunities where we probably can make more money than we've ever made in our entire life. We take the first offer and we run with it.
Yep.
So I lived this. You know how terrifying it was? Now, I ain't immune to this, bro. You know how uncomfortable it was. Though I had this conversation before the role I got now, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When that first offer came through, bro, it's the most money I ever made in my entire life on the first offer, bro. I'm looking at this like, bro, you want me to turn this down? Decline it. Turn it down, bro. I said, God damn, bro, you mean, all right, I got to trust you on this. You know why he said that? He said, because Ken, if they want you already. That little money, this little salary default, you got to do first of all, you got to do your research. You got to know your worth. That's number two. And you got to be able to willing to fall within that threshold. So I threw another number out there that I thought wasn't going, they didn't even sneeze at it, bro. Didn't even sneeze at it. Now, here's what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that the person that came to me and educated me was somebody that had already been down that road before, make 10 times more money than I make. I'm talking about people that I can't even hold this person's pocketbook, bro. And they probably don't carry a pocketbook. Well, maybe he do carry a pocketbook. You know, men carry pocketbook nowadays. I still ain't figured that part out, but I'm gonna leave that out. But here's what I'm saying. That brother made that, and listen, he did the same thing for my other partner. And I got a point to this. I'm gonna just let me rock out on this one. I shared this with you, and I'm not gonna mention his name. I'm gonna even mention the company. This person is in IT. I ain't gonna tell you where he at because he might see this. He might know I'm talking about it. But this, I ain't gonna say no name. But this is what I will say. One of my friends make way more. He make a lot of money, bro. He's already. What did you say today? The best time to look for a job is when, Zo? When you already got a job. So that means you ain't in the need for anything. You ain't in down and out. You ain't desperate. So this is what he said. He said, bro, I took the same advice. They offered him, a Fortune 500 company that you're very familiar with, offered him an opportunity. He said, dude, I threw out the he said, I threw out the biggest number I could think of. He said, them folks didn't blink an eye at it and came back, offered him that, and gave this man a 6-figure signing bonus. Unbelievable stuff. This is all I'm saying. When you got a man that has been in rooms that I probably would never, ever, 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 ever enter, bro, because he's reached a level that many of us will never see. You don't think this man understands business, bro? And you don't think this man understands the best interest for what the institution is. Now, this is the biggest thing that he said that Mr. Ruckus didn't bring up. The man said we can formulate a committee, an HBCU committee, where we come together as a collective and say, we not taking these offers. We're going to stand in fact.
So isn't that oxymoronic of being a sellout?
We're going to, and that's what he said. He said, I'm willing to be there. I'm willing to do it. Then he said, Jackson State ain't no different than nobody else. Everybody talk about our budgets, but how have we been able to make up? We got a doer. We got a go-getter. We got somebody that's willing to help stand in the gap and close the gap. So what I'm saying to you is this. I think it was real shitty, man. That bothered me a lot. Well, look, I never like to make it personal because I'm gonna feel weird about this since I said this. I don't like to talk about me, but I had to use that as an example because I literally lived that, bro. I'm telling you, I understand. So here's what's gonna happen, Zo. There's gonna be some HBCU institutions that'll hear this and they're gonna be shaking and say, I don't know, man. And I'm not gonna say that some of them ain't negotiating, but if Southern can get $750,000 from LSU.
Well, see, I was actually gonna touch on that because what I'm about to say is what I'm gonna say is, again, for anybody and everybody who, has something to say in regards to, oh, well, these are the FCS teams, they don't make that. And so they equate it to, since they don't make that, then we should fall in line with what they make. No. We're devaluing us. Understand, how many FCS schools can play a team and they're going to have 200,000 people on the yard? How many?
Don't worry.
No. So, we always want to go to the one end of the spectrum, right? They always say North Dakota State, right? But you'll never hear them say Eastern Illinois, Southeast Missouri State, Western Illinois, Tennessee Tech. You never hear those. We always just go to one. UT Martin. You know, they always go to one school. They never go to the rest of them though. But here's the thing, Ken, our value is higher than all those. Our value, if you want to be real about it, now is it everybody? No, it's not. But don't sit here and tell me Southern can't command it. Don't tell me FAMU can't command that. Don't tell me Jackson State can't command that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, but oh, well, we've made something more than some of these FCS schools. No, we should be making what FBS schools do. Because guess what? When we play those FBS schools, majority of the time, those games do numbers. How many LSU fans came to that game to be a part of the game, but they wanted to see Southern band? Ruben's on here. You can stop me when I start lying. Put the comment in and say, let me know if I'm lying or not, Rube. Put it there. How many LSU fans came to see the band? Same thing with Jackson State. When we went to play Mississippi State, we'll play Southern Miss. They don't get that because they want to feel like they're getting part of their culture. They don't get that. I tell you what, if McNeese State playing LSU in Baton Rouge, does that game have that same fervor? Hell no. Everybody and their mama knew it. Everybody and their mama knew it. If Jackson State were to go, I tell you what, if Jackson State were to go play Ole Miss next week, you tell me how that game will be. It'll be live as hell. Live as hell. So miss me with that crap about what
value is dictated by demand. It doesn't matter. So guess what I did the other day? Because I'm in the process of possibly looking for a different vehicle, right?
Yeah.
I ain't buying that vehicle in California, I can tell you that much. But guess what? Do you know that I saw one of the greatest markups? So they have this thing now. If you go buy a brand new vehicle, bro, it's called market adjustment, bro. I was like, what the hell? Dude, I'm talking about the same SUV that's in Jacktown. If I get it out here in Cali, bro, we talking about in excess of $20,000 to $30,000 markup just because of where I'm buying it at. Mm-hmm. So here's all I'm saying to you, bro. Demand dictates value. So again, here's another thing that HBCUs can do that we fell in love with the classic model. The classic model tells you that we have value because we've done it. You got your classics are a living witness that if you put the right amount of energy and time into it, you can make anything into a great weekend. It don't have to be. I'm just saying, bro. We do it already. But answer me this: if HBCUs decided that they weren't going to play any other schools other than HBCUs, I'm telling you right now, HBCUs actually could sustain themselves. Thank you, Blue. Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. I appreciate you for saying that. You know why? How is that hard to ask for? We still get we're not getting 300,000 back in the 90s in let's say 2000, early 2000. So the same dollar that we was getting paid in 2005, we're getting the same dollars in 2022 when inflation is.
Also, that's part and parcel of why we're getting out of the classic with Tennessee State, because it's a new day at Jackson State. We're creating we're creating a whole new business model. The price is going up for everything and everybody. At Jackson State University, the price is going up for everything and everybody, and rightly so.
Hey, I want y'all to Google something. Do you know that there was somebody on the news today that was selling a parking space in San Francisco for $90,000, bro? A parking space.
No.
Dog, I sell my car and walk to work or take a bike or whatever. I damn sure wouldn't own no car if I got to pay like that. We were just in Miami, bro. Man, you saw how hard it was to park? Everywhere you went, you had to log in and put a code in, bro. It was I was like, my goodness. But here's what I'm saying to you. Again, only reason why I'm saying that, because it's like, I just believe, I really believe in us, man. The commissioner getting 40% or of the, listen, these 300K games got to go away. Hell, we can make more than 300K at home.
Facts.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm so happy. Listen, I'm so happy we out of that Southern Heritage Classic. I don't know what to do. Somebody talking about Coach and I talked early today before we got on the stream. He talked about, I see why people were pissed off at Memphis. Everybody getting a piece of the pie. People getting paid. People using their yard to park in. People getting money. That weekend is a come up weekend for the city of Memphis. But how much has the city of Memphis donated in And has anybody from Memphis put anything into any of the institutions? Because I'm telling you right now, a home and home would be much better with Tennessee State than to go to Memphis every year.
Don't forget, because this is the perfect time to hear your customary excuse. I mean, well, what about all those black businesses in Memphis when you pull that game out of there? But hold on, name me how much money these black businesses donate to Jackson State and Tennessee State though, when the game ain't there. See, it's
hey, for those that don't know, for personal reasons, I want to go to Nashville. Nashville is a booming city. I'd much rather go to Nashville than Tennessee. I mean, than Memphis any day. Trust me.
So here's the thing. All right, so getting out of that classic, we're gonna set ourselves up to where we're gonna have 5 or 6 home games going forward every year. All right, if Jackson State gets to the point where we're getting $1.5 million to possibly $2 million at home per home game, then to make us take a game away from home, because that's what you do when you play in a classic, to get us to move a home game to wherever, whether it's a one-off or what, if we get 1.52 million at home, how much you think you're going to have to pay us to move that game to play you on the road? It's a new day.
Hey, man, think about it. I would rather, I'm being real when I say this. I'm gonna take it a step further, and this is what I will say. There are really only a handful of classics that are really profitable. We know the Florida Classic, Bayou Classic, Magic City Classic. If it's not, Jackson State don't need to be in the Classic, because honestly, here's why we shouldn't be in the Classic. Because the conference, you got teams in our conference that's scheduling us for homecoming because it's going to be very lucrative. By the way, for those that are on this stream right now, I said this on Tiger Talk, I'm going to say it tonight. A very prominent Jack State alum told me to make sure I let folk know, if you're going to Montgomery, you need to buy your tickets now, because that's homecoming for Alabama State. That's October the 8th. I'm telling you right now, that game will be a sellout. It will be a sellout, and you will be looking for tickets. That, my friend, is why Jackson State should not be in the Classic, and why our opponents shouldn't want Jackson State to be in no Classic, because when we come on the road to their home games, I guarantee you that game is going to be one of the most well-attended games for them, therefore the most profitable game. Now, getting us at the Vet, boy, for the first time, and I ain't never seen Tennessee State on their schedule, I am going to be happy about next year. Do you feel what I'm saying? Now, Granted, we opened the season up at the SWAC MEAC Challenge against South Carolina State. We played Texas State in San Marcos, which I can't wait to go home and be in my hometown, Austin, Texas. I know that's my second home.
Possible another FBS opponent.
Yes, sir. Now, granted, we're going to get Southern back on the schedule. I would rather, now I get the Birmingham thing. The Birmingham thing, if we can make that money, that game would be very profitable. I'm okay with going over there because of the amount of money that we'll be able to make per the commissioner. Now, if that money ain't a real thing, though, let's do a home and home. Let's get it to where it is. And he said, I literally remote, and it makes 0 cents to play here. Plus, that stadium is trash. Now, Blue, to that point, I think the math was in this year. I disagree with it, and this is why, because people will come back. This is the thing that people have said. Well, if all of this business sense makes sense, then why'd y'all AD do this? Y'all the one signed up for it. Could it? Listen, I could be doing something yesterday, and Zoe could come back today and say, hey, Ken, I got a better way of you doing that. And you know what I could say? Damn, Zoe, you know what, bro?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. So starting today going forward, I'm going to just do better. Now, I ain't going to be able to undo what I done did in the past, but I damn sure could start moving in the right direction and start handling business in a good capacity. Now, I wasn't a fan of that game, but we know Alabama A&M don't bring no crowd. So when you look at the numbers, we're talking about guaranteed money. And I also know that Dr. Doom, Robert Brazil, lives in Mobile. And I know he had Lawrence, what's up, brother? Good brother right there. I know that he had a hand in getting that game out there. $450,000 payout. Hey, would we have made that same amount if we had the game in Jackson? We would have had to show up to make it happen, though. But given our given our season tickets revenue that we've already generated, could we have possibly But we know Alabama A&M won't bring. They probably weren't gonna bring their band. They probably weren't even gonna bring that many fans to that game. So we would have stand to have lost a little revenue. I still would have rather had it in Jackson and took our chances with it. But what's done is done, and we're gonna be playing in Mobile, and I absolutely hate it. By the way, I'm gonna just move on from that. So I'm not a fan of that game being in Mobile, but it is what it is. Tyler, another good brother. I definitely said, hey, Zo, I wanted to bring Tyler on today too, man. When we drop the stream, man, definitely come on. Good brother right here, man. Do really good work, and got a dope podcast. Sip my thoughts. Very, very thought provoking topics. A true Jacksonian, alum of Tougaloo College in the heart of Jackson, Mississippi. A very, very prominent HBCU man, and good brother. But I pause and let you jump in, bro.
No, man, I'm just going to pretty much say,
Well, Carl can speak to that. I didn't mean to cut you off. Carl, I'm glad you're here. So Carl can probably shed a little bit more light on the game going to Mobile. Now, granted, I'm not hating on Mobile. I just, I would have rather have it in Jackson. Either way it goes, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
But yeah, man, I mean, just to even stick with that, not to get too far off the subject, but again, we're, harping on, what we're doing with regards to trying to, get into these money games. Like I said, not too many FCS programs in the country can do what Southern did. There was intrigue there for that game. And this is not just because they played LSU. They got the same vigor when they played at Georgia. Same thing happened for Jackson State. Now, again, it's not for every HBCU, but to sit here and act like, oh, well, it reeks of, hey, stay in your place. We made the same amount of money as, these PWI FCS schools, so we need to stay in line with that like that. You know what I'm saying? Stay in line with that. Maybe the Prime doesn't know that. Man, please, this dude is well-versed in any and all things going on with JSU football. So, again, we have to get, and again, also, just because the status quo was this, we're gonna put a demarcation. Now, watch this. Starting today, we're crossing this line. We're not going back to this old way of thinking, right? So there's a demarcation. So if we sit there and say, starting today, hey, man, we're not worried about what anybody else do. We know our worth now. This is what we're going to negotiate for. Because guess what? The worst they can do is say no. The worst they can do is go back to what we've been getting. You have not because you asked not. So guess what? You want this right here, it's going to cost this. If you don't want it, go ahead.
I have a question for you, Zo. Is there a rule that says that HBCUs can only get a certain amount of money in money games?
No.
So why is it that when Coach Prime gave the example of a Marshall going to Notre Dame getting $1.3 million, folks say, well, everything that he mentioned was FBS. Why is there a big discrepancy?
Because we need to fall in our place because we're an FCS school and we need FCS money. How dare us think bigger than what we are? Because watch this. FAMU, when they went their FBS year, they played Ohio State. I don't know the year. It may have been 2003. Steve will know, 2003, 2000, somewhere around there. They played Ohio State at Ohio State, right? I think they got like $950,000 for that game. Now, they may say, oh, well, they were FBS that year. But
Hey, Shaq took my thought. I said, when I read that comment, all I heard was, get on away from Round Hill with all that trouble.
Yeah.
Master's good to us. How dares you come up here and starting all this trouble? Oh,
but the thing is, it's almost like, how dare you think that you deserve more than what you're getting because you're an FCS program or you're an HBCU? No.
There you go.
No, you have not because you asked not. And Prime is saying,
how dare you think highly of yourself and ask for more? Who gave you that thought?
How dare you strive to get more money? Or basically, it's another way of saying, like the other comment, like your value is what it is. But let me say this too. For anybody else who wants to tell you what your value is, all I'll say to that is, bro, you got 20/100 vision. I can't worry about what you see or what you don't see. It's what I see. See, what you eat don't make me shit and vice versa. So what I see is all that matters.
Man, listen, bro. I value, our stuff, bro. And I buy black. I shop with our people. You know, I shop with everybody, but I definitely shop. And then one thing I don't do though, I don't ask black folk for discounts. I stopped doing that a long time ago. You know, your price is your price.
Boy, you don't want me to touch that one.
No. I'm just saying, your price is your price. Because you know what I don't do? I live in a predominantly, you know, white and Asian in area, and when I go and whatever the price is, that's what I pay. I don't ask them for no discount. Why would I get to it? Now, if somebody wants to graciously say, now, granted, y'all tuned in, we got 289. Your boy appreciate the like. We appreciate the super chat, the donations, and all that. Hey man, listen, if you want to throw something in the pot, we damn sure appreciate it. But what I don't do, man, is I don't do that. I stopped doing that. I stopped trying to go in and tell somebody, man, their prices are too high. Say according to who? What I don't know is I don't know what they paid. I don't know what they had to go through. And furthermore, I ain't never met Gucci. I don't know who Louis Vuitton is. I don't know who Alexander McQueen is, but I walk my happy-go-lucky behind right up in Bloomingdale's and spend $650 on a pair of Alexander McQueen that slip off your foot every time you walk. Just because they said they $650. You get what I'm saying?
I can give you another example. You just started this page not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
You know, we'll look at it and we'll say, hey man, we got 288 people in here. But let some of them come see it. Oh man, I saw your little thing last night on YouTube. You had like a little 288 people in there. You see what I'm saying?
We appreciate it, bro. Listen, hey, I'm new to this thing, man. Hey, just so y'all know, and I'm gonna put this out there. Zoda made. I'm gonna mess with you, Zoe. You know the little birthday show. Zoda got more money out this page than I'd ever seen. So just so I'm gonna just put that out there. Folks might think. And that was a dope little situation. I ain't saw $1 from none of this stuff. So.
And I want to get a chance to say it, Dan. I want to thank everybody for that too. That was straight love. I appreciate all y'all too. But no, man, when we talk about this, I got to be honest, man, because it's near and dear to my heart. And one thing about me, yeah, man, I'm true blue, Jacktown Jew. I'm a Jacksonian like through and through, right? But I sure love the Southern. I got plenty of partners with there. I sure love the Alcorn. I sure love these other schools. I don't have no hate toward them. If they grow, great. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I don't devalue us. And I hate it. It's rampant. It's really
hard to root for Southern against LSU, man. But I did, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I do root for us. When we played that game and we talked smack and I was like, oh man, right. LSU gonna be. But when I saw them run out there, I wanted Southern to battle it out, man. And
you're right.
Because what do you say? The entire FCS undervalues themselves in these negotiations. The minimum should be $1 million for any money. Hey man, I absolutely believe that. I love I don't understand, but here's what I will say. Maybe today's comments were a good thing. Sometimes things that happen that are so strange and so outlandish that it propels things in a certain direction. Maybe it creates a momentum and unifies us in some weird way. I can't really understand what he was thinking before he had sinned, and I'm like, that man never has attacked anybody, yet you are attacking him and calling him the ultimate sellout for actually. Even if the figures were off, even if the data was somewhat wrong, I always judge statements by intent, and I didn't get wrong. I didn't get intent, huh?
The dad wasn't wrong and he didn't lie.
No. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying even if the data was wrong.
I ain't giving him shit. It's horse shit. It was horse shit.
I rock with you on that. I'm saying if the data was wrong, just hypothetically, the intent was right. So from that, I don't know how you even equate the two. I was like, how is that a sellout? The man is once again on the front line trying to help the conference be better at negotiating money. It's like, that frustrates me. That infuriates me. Like, how? But he made a good point. He talked about Alabama State going to play UCLA, but then you got to spend all your money to fly across the country.
California. Ken Rashad went to Grambling. Coach Prime said something in his comment that totally is going to benefit his school in particular, but he's a sellout in making this comment. That's why I say it's horse shit, bro. It's horseshit.
The blue speaking to my point. For those that probably think oh man, he's just trying to You know, and I have to say this, unfortunately, because people hear that stuff. I don't know why when people hear you say, look, man, I am never going to apologize for the blessings that God done gave me in my life because I know where I come from, bro. And trust me, I'm a walking miracle, bro. I'm telling you that right now. But one thing I will say is your little measly salary, Zoe, and my little measly salary in the big picture of
Pennies to the dollar.
The company I work for cleared
Pennies on the
about 600 billion, dog, last year. My
pennies on
little
the dollar.
come on, that's all I'm saying, bro. So at the end of the day, they not this is pennies on the dollar to them. Especially when you're looking at these big time contracts that's coming down the pipe. And now y'all getting in excess of possibly, especially a Big Ten school. So if any one of us play a Big Ten school, we should be getting a minimum of $1 million. Before we ain't even taking a phone call. If you ain't talking about a million, a million. That needs to be our ringtone. A million. You know how they
But watch this. Look at Blue's comment. Now you can attach Blue's comment to everything within the HBCU circle. It takes all it need is what? 1 to 2 schools to change the price point, right? But I could change price point out for whatever. You can underline it right there for anything that you want. Well, when we say that, it's how's Coach Prime helping all the HBCUs? He's giving a template. The conversation could be had because all it takes is Jackson State, and you can put FAMU in there to make a change for XYZ, no matter what it is. Blue just said you can take price point out. It's no matter what it is. No matter what it is.
Just off inflation alone, we can ask for double, bro. Bro, do you know I went to Raising Cane's just yesterday, dog, and got a box combo, dog. That thing I was like $12. When did the box combo become $12, man?
That's California
I'm just talking about 4 chicken, huh?
That's California pricing.
Damn it, I don't even care where it's at, bro. I'm just telling you, $12 for a box combo. So I was like, wait a minute, what? Hey, let me tell you what, I almost thought about getting a kids meal. I was like, man, let me get a kids meal, but I knew, let me leave that alone. But anyway, the price point is way different, bro. It should be different, and that's a good point he makes. You know, it only takes a couple, and all it takes is one to break the mold, 1 or 2, like he said, and then once you do that, it is what it is. But all you got to do is, that's why, see, this goes back to our North Dakota State, and I said North Dakota State, but we got 2 games we've already signed up for. You can't do nothing about what you agreed to already. Everything you do has to precede itself with every contract that you sit down to negotiate. So is there going to be some remnants of bad business or undervalue? Yes, it will be. Is it too late to go back and say, hey, look, I need more money. I ain't going to be able to take this game or change it? You can't do that. So you got to take whatever's on the chin and just roll from it. Chicken high, especially if it's a Wayne.
But what do we say, Ken? When you know better, you do better.
Absolutely, man. I just don't understand the scoffing at progress, bro. We got to get out of this mindset, and it starts with us too, because when them higher ticket prices come, we got to be willing to pay the higher costs. We got to get out of this mindset of thinking that everything around us is increasing and changing, but yet I want my Jack State football for $30, man. And then you showed that I only had the photo of the hundreds of dollars in ticket prices when it comes to these other schools, man.
Well, we should be charging bad news, because next year you cancel that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna warn y'all now. I need to be very bad news. Y'all won't hear about it after the year. Bye-bye.
What you think the price point gonna be for Jack State football next year, bro?
I ain't gonna touch that one. But
let's just say the price of brick has gone up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling y'all now.
Hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, and we ought to be okay with it. Look, I honestly just, that one kind of ruffled me a little bit. It kind of took me a little off my little recap.
It pissed me off.
It did, bro. I commented quite a few times that he's not gonna respond to me, but I'm like, dude, just like clockwork, bro. He a gremlin tonight. I want to smash their head in even more now because of his comments. They need to put his head on the board.
I want to put 60 on them now. I do. Y'all can
Black
clip
Buddha
this. I
said,
hope
I
you put
raised my
16.
prices as a barber. People got mad at me for it. I didn't care. And all I said was, do you negotiate your cannabis stores? Bro, that's a great point. Hey, listen, I work in the industry where I'm seeing costs go up every single day, bro. And I'm telling you right now, you send out a quote, though, and by the time that product that I order for you come in, dog, it ain't the same price. Joker went off on me. That's bad business. I ain't gonna tell you how to run your business. I said, look at man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You pump gas at the store down the street,
Hey, King.
you might go 2 days later and if you took a whole quarter more. It's possible.
Hey, guess what? I ain't never in my life seen no black person complain about designer. They go buy it. It ain't never been on sale. They ain't never had no coupon. They ain't worried about layaway. They gonna get their Louis Vuitton. They gonna get their Gucci, and they gonna brag about they got it, right? But then let you have your clothing line. Hey man, you gotta hook up. You know, you're a little steep. Louis Vuitton got a $400 wallet. I can sell mine for $45. Hey man, you know you a little steep on yours, dog.
For real, for real, bro. I just listen, man. I listen. Your price is your price. I just don't. I won't touch that no more. Maybe because I've matured and I've gotten older. I ain't gonna sit up here and act all high sedity and act like I ain't never asked for a discount because I have. But what I try not to do is I try not to. Now I shop on the clearance rack. I ain't gonna tell y'all why I shop it because but I usually go to a store that just is price friendly. I don't care how much money I make. I always try to shop reasonably because I just I ain't big on design. I might get some Gucci here and there, man, but it might be a hat or some shoes. So I'm a shoe guy. I ain't gonna get no Gucci shirt. Huh?
I get love for my red shoes. Everybody love them when I wear them. Ken, tell them where I got them from, Ken, and how much I paid for them. Them some.
Hey, bro, I had them on, bro. I got them on right now. You see these right here? Hey, this compliments of my brother, man. Bro sent these to me. Appreciate you, dog. These reds, you're gonna see me rocking these at the game. Yeah. Guess how much they cost, y'all? Tell them so.
$29.99. Now
they look like Balenciagas, but them some Balenciagas.
Steve Campbell, wrong. I went in nobody's store. I was right here on this computer. It's called Amazon. And you know what I Googled? And guess what I Googled, Steve? Men's red shoes.
Look at these joints. Look at these joints. These joints, hey, I can pack these joints, ball them up. That's my shoe right there. See that? Hey, these things go. Hey, bro. Hey,
and
I appreciate that.
$29.99. Men's red shoes.
Hey, but them things, look, if I hadn't told you, said Ken want them shoes pro wing. Hey man, listen, if all I ask is that they be solid. I don't like logos. I don't do the logos. I'm not a logo guy.
And look, when I got them on, everybody in mama stopped me. Man, where you get those in?
Hey, you know why? Because they say it ain't the shoes that make man they make the shoes. See, if I hadn't told you that, hey man, you wouldn't even known that. And guess what? I'm gonna be rocking them just when you see me. Coach Zimmerman's shoes used to be in the what somebody say about Coach Zimmerman? In the booth, he breaks down film, gives the coach Sanders, the rest of the coach on the defense side showing him.
But look, Ken,
man, I don't know.
Hey, look, I want to make this point though, real quick. I want to make this point. Let's just say, for an example, Jax, they bring their season tickets out next year, right? And they come out and they say, "Oh, Jax, they season tickets, $250. Who the hell they think they is? Alabama?" Devalue black stuff right there. That's the first thing they're gonna say. Who the hell they think they is? Alabama? Hey, best to do it. That's a lie. Because I had these for 2 years.
Hey, this what you fail to realize. When they $29, you can get you 2-3 pair of them. And you can roll them up, pack them up. In case if the sole do fall out, I'll just put my spares on.
Guess what, dog? I've had mine for 2 years.
Hey, y'all better know it. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what so guess what we gonna do, dog. We gonna go get some Tiger Talk shoes. I'm gonna get these bad babies and put a logo on them. Cause they ain't got. Hey, listen, these jokers ain't got no names, man. You got damn name on them,
bruh.
not damn name. Hey, so that means you can buy these things with no logos though and put a logo on them, dog.
Hey, tell you like this: you put them on, you don't want to take them off. They comfortable as shit.
Hey, they comfortable though, man. Cause they want to be in the event. What they gonna? But listen, but anyway, man. Hey, real quick, man. We were gonna do something. We were gonna talk about the other folk, man. But I ain't worried about that right now. We gonna keep rocking. I've been enjoying this.
Come on, we got 15 minutes. I'm gonna get off at 1.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead. Hold on, real quick. Let's throw this out there real quick. Oh man, them things good. Them things good and soft, man.
I'm trying to tell you, and I got them on. I get stopped everywhere I go.
They like walking with some socks on. I got when he said when I saw him, I said, bro,
I like them.
Joe was like, man, I gotta order me another pair. I said, bro, don't give me a pair, man. I shoot you straight. Like, don't worry about it. I got it. I said, shit, send them to me. The thing was at my house, man. I pulled them things out. I said, woo, 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 woo. Hey, look, Zoe. Hey, they hit with that red. They hit hard with that red, though, man. When ain't it a red out on this weekend?
Yeah.
Tyler, come on, bro. Come on. I need Tyler, where you at? Tyler, the creator. I sent that link for you, bro. Come on, Tyler, jump on the stream, bro.
I'm trying. We need Sergeant Waters to go and click that link. He ain't gonna touch it though.
No, bro, but it's been man, y'all saw the scores of the other games. We're gonna actually do another stream this week, and we'll do a preview. But when we preview the previous games, we'll kind of before we preview the games, then we'll touch on what they did this past week. I think if there was a game that really stood out, I did tell you that South Carolina State was gonna put that shellacking on BCU, and I tried to tell you, dog, but you know you ain't want to listen to me, but it's all good. Austin Peay beat the crap out of Valley. UCLA beat the crap out of Alabama State. We ain't gonna touch neither one of them. Bam, you had a tough run with Alabama State, man.
They go with Jacktown Jew right there.
Crap out of Alabama State. We ain't gonna touch neither one. That's Steve Campbell. What's up, Steve?
What up, Jew? They go with Jacktown Jew right there.
Look, man, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Jew? Listen, man, I love the show, but man, can you guys hear me?
Hey, you got a back. You got to probably turn your screen down or something. Just talk to it.
You got a slight echo, Steve.
Wait, what about now?
You good? Good now.
Yeah, you good now.
Okay, yeah. This is the first time we use this. I'm old man on the phone numbers, brother.
Hey. You ain't old, dog. You ain't old till you free on Tuesday.
Man, listen, I want to talk about this thing that Coach Prime said because this has bothered me from these idiots not understanding what Coach Prime is talking about. And I want to roll back to who Coach Prime is, Deion. Deion Sanders was taught by one of the greatest black sports agents of all time, Eugene Parker, who told Deion at a very young age to get your worth. Deion, when he got drafted, he told Green Bay, you do not have enough money to afford me.
Yep,
I want you guys to remember, defensive backs were not getting paid when Deion came out. Deion was the first defensive back to get running back money. Because back then, in the late 80s, only quarterbacks and running backs got paid. Some wide receivers, some defensive linemen. Deion changed that narrative. What did Deion do with Eugene Parker? He left the Falcons and signed a 1-year deal with a balloon payment with San Francisco. That's how he got to Dallas.
Yep.
He did the same thing to Dallas. That's how he got the risk. So Deion, every time he negotiates about +1, means I'm going to make $+. I'm not going to lose money.
He was the first bet on himself.
FAMU, which is the problem. FAMU goes to UNC. They give us $450,000. But hell, between the band and the damn football team, it costs us $400,000 to move.
Yep.
So we only made $50,000 if we made that. And then the football team didn't get the money. The school got it.
That's
the
other
Prime, and that's what Prime talked about too.
I'm Jackson State. I'm looking at Marshall, who does not have the brand name recognition, does not have the history, and they got $1.2 million.
And they won, by the way. But keep
So
going.
why would we not get at least $1.2 million? Because guess what they're going to do? Exactly. And guess what? Just like what they want, like down at LSU, they want y'all to bring the band. They want y'all to dance. Y'all want to do the jig and all that. We bring value because we bring a whole show, not just the football team. You think Marshall brought their band? You think anybody cared about Marshall's band? You think anybody cared about Appalachian State's band?
Hey, Steve, we quick to say we are the culture until we're able to benefit from it. We quick to say we are the coach. We brag about that until we're able to benefit from it.
And that's the problem. So when
You're cutting out on us, Steve.
You went out, Steve.
Can you guys hear me?
There you go.
There you go.
So that's the thing what Deion is saying. I'm going to make.
Cut out again.
What about now?
You good?
There
You might
you
be
go.
walking.
No, I'm sitting up here on my laptop trying to listen to y'all with the street. But and I'll get off because I don't want to hold you guys up. But I wanted to make that point of what Deion is trying to explain to people. Is your
Now,
value.
I will say this though. I'll say Marshall does have a brand. I get your point though. I think because some of the people in the comments saying Marshall, they do have a brand, and they also they do have a brand, but it's not. I think to his point, for those that are in the chat, I think what they're saying is like nobody's really checking Marshall. I mean, when you think of Marshall, you might think of what Chad Pennington, Randy Moss.
Yeah, but what they're really saying though, Ken, they're pretty much saying that let's group it all together. Well, they're FBS, so they should get the money, and we shouldn't because we're HBCU and we're FCS.
Absolutely. Tyler, what's
Appreciate
up,
the call, Steve, too, man. Appreciate the calling, Steve.
What's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Man?
How y'all doing?
What up, baby?
Hey, you got it,
What
man.
it do?
Hey, you got it, man. Good brother right here, man.
Hey, bro,
I'm
I'm gonna tell you something, dog.
100%.
I seen your doppelganger on TV. Boy, you look just like Keenan, the comedian. Keenan the Kel.
I've never heard that before.
You look just like Keenan, dog.
Hey, Zoe,
that's interesting.
I think Zoe had something in that coffee, man. I think he had something in that coffee.
Dog, that's hilarious.
Hey,
I know you can see that meme right with.
Man,
hey, how you been, bro? How you been, man?
Hey, I can't complain, man. I'm blessed, man. I actually just walked outside of work real quick, man. Just give me some fresh air. So
for sure,
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro, man.
100%, baby. 100%.
Get your
man,
thoughts on everything that was out there. I know you put out a tweet today, man. That I thought was just
spot on,
bro. And here's the thing that happens. You and I both know this because you're a true journalist. Like this brother here is a real journalist, man. And I don't say that the others are not. I'm saying this is what he does as a profession. So many of us that jumped into this media space, for some of us it's just a hobby, but for you is what you do. So I'll let you kind of speak on that and touch on what you mentioned today on your tweet.
Yeah. So basically, I see so much. I've seen a lot of. I mean, there's really no other word to describe it besides it's just legitimate hate. Like there's no other way that you can slice it. There's no other way that you can wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? These people are just showing their true colors. And I think the thing is.
That was totally weird. My bad, bro. My shit went crazy just then. I actually hit the wrong button. Go ahead, bro. All right, start over. My fault.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, you're seeing these people for who they are. And like when you just look over the course of history, like it's always been us who has been prohibiting the progress or any type of progress that we could have ever made at any point, at any facet in our lives. It's always us who are the ones who are either talking down, talking negative, not supporting. And it's just weird. Like there's a few journalists, and you know, I guess we won't say his name, but now here's one thing that I would say, because it seems like he's bitter for some specific reason. I remember when Prime first got the job, and there was like a whole big to do about
2
he
weeks
was the
straight.
one who broke the news, and he was the
2
one
weeks
who
straight.
didn't get the credit. And from that perspective, I can't even say that I get it, but in this space, it's hard for us. Now he has his own independent platform, so it shouldn't be hard for him. But I have my own independent platform, but it's not as big as his is per se. So if a national outlet picked it up, I could get some of the saltiness that he might be feeling because, like for an example, with the pregame show,
Yeah,
whatever quote that was that made ESPN didn't credit him for that, even though they are the ones who got that footage and broke that footage. So if
right.
Neely had a guy on and was feeling some type of way, that would be understandable. But bro, it's 2 years later, bro. You gotta let that shit go.
Facts.
Like you gotta let that shit go, bro. Like it's not that big of a deal. But there are just certain people in this space that you're learning more about them the more that you see them tweet. Like, and there's somebody else that I saw today. He was big up in you, Ken, in your comments earlier, and then on that same thread with old dude, he talking about some Dion's disciples, and I'm just like,
Well, see, that's the
it's
thing.
it's
Like,
it's cats playing both sides. I don't really like that. Like, just
well,
be,
see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. I'm a very I'm what they call an alpha male, bro. See, I
100%.
actually can go look my enemies right in their face and say, "How you doing, bro?" One thing I ain't gonna do is I never would talk behind a brother's back. If I got an issue, I'm gonna tell you straight up what my issue is. If I don't rock with you, I say, bro, do your thing, but I don't rock with you.
Exactly.
And you
Absolutely.
take it how you want to take it. And what you say, Zoe, a fight come with it. Now I ain't here to fight at all in no kind of way, but I'm gonna
Right.
let you know how I feel. It ain't gonna be no
Yeah.
mystery where I stand. You see what I'm saying? But there
Absolutely.
are people that play both sides because some people like mess, bro. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. I don't have no issue with that because here's the other thing, Tyler, and I'm gonna let you keep going. Don't nobody owe Ken no positive commentary, just like don't nobody owe Jack State no positive commentary. Everybody
100%.
has the right. The world don't revolve around me. You see what I'm saying? So
100%.
people that don't like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and they not my cup of tea. So we can agree to disagree and we can move around. But I'm gonna say it like this right here. I'm not gonna be nice no more about playing with my name and my face. And you can say with that what you want to do with it. Now I'm gonna address that face to face, head on. That's the last time I'm gonna let that ride, bro. I said that in a nice way. So that's why out of respect for that person, I don't say that person's name. I don't down that person's stuff. I don't do none of that. But I
100%.
ask for one thing. I'm
Respect.
not gonna spare nobody. Keep my name off this stuff. Keep my face off this stuff. And we cool. But you can talk about it how you want to talk about it. Because I understand people play both sides, bro. I get that.
100%.
And again, I'm not an enemy. I'm not an enemy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody know where we stand, and we can agree to disagree. Respect to you. Keep doing your thing. Keep getting your bag. Keep getting your money. It is what it is. Much love to you, but I ain't gonna be fake. Go ahead.
I think the only thing about that also is that if there is someone who's trying to get, change for all of us, what's the issue, bro? What is the issue? Like, we're trying to elevate this thing as a whole. Like, we have not had a figurehead like this in our, I won't say community per se, but like, let's just talk
Powerful
about
word about it.
HBCUs for an example. Like, we have not had a figurehead like this who is challenging the status quo, who wants us to do better. And obviously, with change, there comes uncomfortability. Like, you have to be uncomfortable when it comes to wanting change and wanting better for your stuff and for your community.
Facts.
I think we get that because like we born and bred Jacksonians. Like people outside of Jackson, I feel like they don't get it because you haven't lived our experiences. You don't know what that feels like. You don't know, the trials and tribulations and everything that comes along with
Right.
being from and living in Jackson. So now we got somebody who's actually trying to, change the game, level the playing field, like Prime says. And it's always us who have something to say somewhere along the lines trying to belittle anything that it is that we're trying to do or trying to, prohibit the progress that we're making to better ourselves. And at some point, it's time out for the shits and giggles for, content and, talking shit about what's going on in Jackson and stuff like that. it's time out for that as far as like for content and stuff like that is concerned, because there are real live things happening in Jackson that Prime is changing. Like more money and revenue and stuff is coming into the city. So you got to look at those things before you just hop in front of a camera and start, talking about stuff that can have adverse effects. You know what I'm saying, to what's going on in our community. But it's always us who are trying to prohibit, that progress. And that's the stuff that bothers me the most, for real. Like the jokes and stuff, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's one of the things that this space is missing is accountability. Like there is no accountability in these HBCU spaces. Like people are allowed to say whatever it is that they want to say. And obviously, First Amendment, all that type of shit. I get that. But you have to know that there's a bigger picture here. This
right.
picture is for all of us. It's not just for Jackson State University. It's for
And,
Man,
all of
I've
us.
taken
and,
I've
and,
taken so many of the things that Coach Prime has said and applied it to my personal life. This has gotten better.
Yeah.
Accountability, and I'm
yeah,
gonna be real. And I say this, and I promise I'm gonna shut up. From a professional standpoint, I've gotten better. And so you know what I was dealing with. I'm talking about high level anxiety, stressing
mhm.
in the role that I'm in. And I started saying, you know what? I started just talking about self accountability. Started saying, you know what? If I ain't coming to work every day with the expectation, and I'm not saying that it was just Coach Prime.
Right.
I'm saying good energy is infectious, bro. And accountability is a real thing. So self accountability is something I start with. And bro, when I started holding myself accountable, you know what? Things got better, much better.
Well,
So,
I'm,
bro,
I'm
I
gonna say
appreciate
this.
it.
I'm gonna say this too, to your point, Tyler, man, and that
Thank you.
is,
How
I
y'all
can't.
fellas
I'm
doing
not.
tonight, man?
What's up, dog? I'm gonna say this, man. I'm not gonna worry about the negative or people not in agreement or not believing or not seeing. I could care
Right.
less, because at
Right.
the end of the day, we just got to keep on moving, keep doing what we're doing. Because
Right.
here's the thing, man. We don't live for their approval. We don't live to prove them wrong. We don't live in this space uh, what's what I want to use. We're not making these moves to appease them, to get their approval, to prove them wrong. None of that. Again, that's why I always use a comment. If you can't see it, I'm not here trying to dispel that or to get you to see it. I could care less whether you see it or not. We got 20/20 vision. If you got 20 over 100, that ain't our problem. We just gonna get it done.
Right.
Hey, TJ, EA, what's up, bro? I'm gonna let TJ jump
Man,
in
What's
first.
up,
What's
y'all?
happening, bro? Appreciate you for coming on
man,
to the stream.
this is what I got to say.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man. What's
Yeah,
going on?
Ken and
All right, y'all can
Zoe,
hear me okay?
yeah,
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 man.
yeah. We got TJ. TJ gonna roll first. EA, hang tight for me.
Okay.
Ken and Zoe, please explain to these people, bro, to the buffoonery people about brand. So earlier today, I jumped on YouTube, and I heard a lot of buffoonery saying, it, it's no brand and this, that, and the third, and Jackson State this, and Jackson State ain't that, and HBCUs and the da 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 and all this, and every time, and it made me so disgusted because I'm like, bro, first of all, how you gonna say that HBCUs are not a brand? I say you look at major cities, California, Chicago, New York. These people know about HBCUs. Period. Period, bro. No matter how long it's been, no matter what, and it's like he wasn't making no sense because he's steady sitting here saying, uh, up north, we don't know this and we don't know that. And I'm like, bro, you a lie. I'm like, maybe where you from? I'm like, cause where you from, don't nobody, your state don't exist. Ain't nothing in your state. Nothing at all, period.
TJ, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna ask you a question. Real simple. Okay.
Okay.
First off, we're not gonna care about what nobody say because I'm gonna bring my dad up. Ralph Phillipism. Don't listen to what nobody say. Listen to what they do. So you said you was on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that YouTuber said HBCUs don't have a brand, right?
Right.
But their show was based on what?
Bro. So,
I got
listen.
You
time.
took, hey, you took the words out of my mouth. I say this. I add to that. If
But
Jackson
listen,
State ain't a
but
brand, hold on.
it trips me out. We don't got
Just
no brand.
Hold on.
I'll say this. Let me throw this in there. If Jackson State ain't a brand, don't talk about it.
Hold on.
No. Don't make content about it. And see what that do. And see what that do for your platform.
TJ, you didn't answer my question. HBCUs ain't a brand, right?
Right.
So since HBCUs ain't a brand, what was you watching? And what they talking about?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Oh, okay then.
So
that's why I'm gonna bring it back to you. But this is why I'm telling you that should be sweat down your back, bro. You should let this shit go through one end after the other and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna let all y'all in on a little secret to the world. I'm gonna be like Bernie Mac, America. I'm gonna tell y'all Zoe's 2 favorite words. Can't nobody say it like me neither. Oh, okay.
Hey, he mean that shit too.
So,
that's okay.
And so it tripped me out because I'm like, okay, you sitting here saying this. I'm like, but look where the fuck you at every week.
TJ, can I throw something in there real quick?
Oh, okay.
Can I throw something in there real quick too?
Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
I used to be the same way, bro. And you know what? You know what changed?
What changed?
I stopped looking at it.
Yeah.
Don't tune in.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be. Since people say I go to Bible class and I'm a spiritual guy. And preacher said like this right here. God said it's raining outside. Devil said it's sunny.
Devil beating his wife.
Devil said it's raining cats and dogs. Here's all I'm saying. There's an oppositional force in everything you do. I don't care what it is, bro. I don't care what it is. You need it. You need it. This ain't about Jackson State. I don't care what it is. It could be any. We can be talking about chess. You got a black side. You got a white side, right? You got opposite sides. There's always gonna be that. What I'm saying to you is this: when someone shows you their hand, it's very simple. You don't have to tune into it. I ain't wasting no time and energy addressing none of that shit. I ain't gonna tell that person or whomever that they don't do it. They have listen to me, man. They have every right. This is for TJ, and I'm not addressing you, bro. I'm saying every State, every Jacksonian out there that's listening under the sound of my voice. It's 265 of y'all in here. Listen to me, man.
Put some likes up, y'all.
Nobody has to talk about Jackson State in a positive light.
They don't.
That is what we are for.
Yes.
Let the haters do what they do. I am not trying to stop a hater from doing what they are supposed to do. Because you know what they do for me, TJ? They give me my purpose. Because you know what? If you going out there and you ain't getting fed by that, we gonna feed you, baby. We gonna feed you over here. We're gonna give you the good.
I'm gonna say this too, though. I'm gonna say this too. For all the Jacksonians, I'm just gonna speak to us. All the Jacksonians.
Us.
We got to stop getting mad just because we hear something that we don't agree with. Man, I mean, I told you. No. Hold on. I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm real when I say to TJ, man, any and all of it, whoever it could be, they all bots to me. You're a computer generated person in real life to me. You're a bot. I'm gonna show my shoulders and say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna beat your ass," but okay, all right.
Man, I personally had to back off, TJ, honestly, bro, because I don't want to see nobody, I don't want to see no ugly happen to nobody over no words, over no YouTube, man. Right. We just saw, bro, I'm in LA, man, and
but TJ, you know everything to be true.
We just saw another rapper, bro, get his head knocked off over some foolishness today. You see what I'm saying? Right. And I'm just being real about that. I mean, so, but hold tight, TJ. I gotta get EA. EA been holding on. What you got, EA? Talk to me, EA.
All right, check this out, guys. I know we were talking about the money games and the issue there that goes on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Can't hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think we were just saying that as far as I know you guys were saying that you guys were saying that you were against money games. And one of the things that I want to bring up was if we were in, say, for example, let's go behind the door and we're in an athletic director's meeting. And let's say, for example, if Jackson State says that in football, we're not going to do money games. Now, who do you think that falls on as far as some of the pressure to possibly fill in the gaps for maybe a little lack of deficiency, a lack of money deficiencies or whatever? It's probably going to be Mo Williams. Now, can Mo Williams say that for the first 10, 12 games that we always play throughout the year, that's nothing but money games? So we're playing all over the country. We're playing Big 10, ECC, Big 12, Pac-12 opponents that the first 12 games of the year, we have to play that to try to meet budget. So do you offer those coaches, same thing for baseball or whoever, do you offer those coaches the same allowance to be able to say you can make a choice in not playing money games? And so now it falls on the point that, when we look at a lot of the SWAC teams, they may come at the end of the year, their record is, say, 10-17. And a lot of times, a lot of those losses are because of money games. So do you offer them the same type of ability to not play money games that you have offered for Dion and saying no? So that's what that was kind of my question about when we look at money games, that it also follows all the other sports too. Basketball is revenue producing, maybe not say the women's softball or something like that, but we know that's a revenue producing sport. So does Mo Williams now have the same kind of ability to say, hey man, I don't want to play all these money games the first 10, 12 games? I'll listen to you guys off air, man.
All right, let me jump on this, Ken. Well, first things first, Prime didn't say he never wanted to play money games. He said know your value. He also said don't go out there, basically like selling out your kids for a check. If you're gonna do it, give more money. And I never said that I was for money games. I am actually for money games. I just don't want to play a money game until we have our roster ready to put us in position to be competitive. I don't believe in playing a money game knowing that we don't have a snowball chance in hell of winning or being competitive. That's suicide to me. Also, to answer your question with regards to, basketball, I'm going to say this, and I'm in the minority. When it comes to this, I'm going to be real. All right. A lot of our ADs at HBCUs ain't putting in no real tangible work, because it takes real tangible work to sit here to formulate a plan between all sports. Because you might not have to play all these money games in basketball, but if you have a tangible plan to do work outside of just scheduling games and getting money that way, really working on relationships to get corporate sponsors, corporate dollars, and any other radical idea that you can to up your ante when it comes to your resources and your financials, then by doing so, you may not have to play as many money games in basketball, not many money games in women's basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this one thing, last thing too. And then we also can equate the same thing between football and basketball. Those are two different animals. A money game in basketball, because we're more likely to have more success if we up the ante in recruiting like we're doing in football. We're more likely to have more success in basketball than we are in football. It's a whole different animal.
So let me throw this in there too, Zoe, because the thing is that we can't take the money game conversation and make it a cookie cutter approach. Every situation is different for each school. Jackson State is a unique situation. And one of the things that he did say, he said this on the spaces with Coach Willie Simmons that was held by Luke Campbell. He said that Jackson State is unique because we do have a 60,000 seat stadium that allows us to be able to make money at home. Now, what we got to do is the start of that type of situation was what we just saw, exiting the Southern Heritage Classic, because based off the money that we're getting for the Southern Heritage Classic, it's not worth the time we were spending. So we're going to open that slot up and go and create our opportunity for another home game. When we create the opportunity for another home game, he did a exercise where he said at a minimum we could clear 500K. We never, it'll take us 3-4 years to clear 500K just from a revenue standpoint, from a Southern Heritage Classic standpoint. Now, I'm like you, he didn't say, I actually posed an opportunity, which I will talk to A.D. Robinson about when I go home. I'm not playing in a golf tournament this week. I just chose not to, but just kind of wanted to mention the idea. I do feel like we can get creative in other ways other than just money game. And I said a money game doesn't have to just be we go play these big time programs and recoup all this money. I just basically did a simple math equation and just said if we allocated one home game and called it a money game, i.e. homecoming, the game that most people attend anyway, we can subsidize some of that revenue and actually make more money for that particular game. Now, granted, I think now mind you, Zoe, I'm gonna tell you how you do it. And Zoe, TJ, and you follow me on this, Tyler. Season ticket packages from now on is not going to include homecoming. I'm gonna say it again. Season tickets will not include homecoming, because when we do our homecoming games, that should be a single game ticket that's totally separate at a much higher cost price point. And I'm saying now we're talking business. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a deal on the games you probably ain't gonna come to, no way. But the game that I know you're gonna come to, I'm gonna get that money. You get what I'm talking about? And we gotta be okay with that. Now, it ain't just about now. What we can't do is we can't just do that and do it without some type of understanding and some type of explanation to it. We gotta be intentional about this. We ain't trying to sneak no money out of nobody's pockets. We got to go to you and say, look, this is what our budget is. This is what we're trying to do. And this is what we got to be transparent. Now, to Coach's point, it was simple. If you're going to play a money game, get your worth. Ask for more. You know what I'm saying? He liked Southern going down the street for $750,000. They only had to take a bus trip down the street. So they pocketed really good for the LSU game. Now, they didn't win. But like he said, they cleared a nice little check. Now, that's not going to be the same thing for another institution. They might have to be a little bit more creative. But to your point, I'm not going to say ADs don't do the work because I don't know what they do. I will say that they can the notion that we don't have to think anymore. I'm going to say it again. The very notion that we don't ever have to think again when it comes to making budget is the thing that's asinine to me. We just say we're going to play a money game. We're going to continue to give the games away at the same price point. We don't want to negotiate a higher rate. And we just going to do business as usual. And we're going to stay in the red from now until the cows come home. And then when somebody comes in, and this is what's so crazy to me. These same people, and I'm going to shut up when I say this and let y'all rock. How y'all talking out of both sides of y'all mouth? On one hand, you're talking about how the folks have done a really good job of highlighting how the contracts in these other situations ain't very up to par. But where's that same energy when we're talking about money games? Isn't that the same vein? Aren't we still talking about good business? Why does the business have to be selective? Or is it a thing where I just want to be oppositional? And since Dion said it, I'm going to oppose it. And that's the shit that's happening right now. And those are the opposite guys. Go ahead.
One part, let me say this real quick, TJ. I'm going to let you go. Let me say this. Also, to EA's point, we have to learn how to separate between winning and profitability. For an example, you see him talk about playing these money games. Okay, well, we can win games. I'm going to use Tamika Reed for an example. She's winning at a great clip and going to probably win a bunch of non-conference games this year. But winning doesn't equate to profitability. Right. We got to separate the two. Also, to Jeremiah, when Steve just mentioned here, he was like, basketball is not going to get you hurt, which is true. And you can have one or two players in basketball to get you a win. Somebody followed up and said, oh, two players ain't going to help you beat Kentucky. No, they ain't going to help you beat Kentucky, but it can help you beat some mid-majors. That's fact. And guess what? If we can beat a couple mid-majors, guess what that does? Raise eyebrows, have great success. So, yeah, it can happen. And again, you can't use the example of Kentucky. That's a one-off. You going to you're going on the deep end of the pool. But what if you can go beat a St. Mary, a Mount St. Mary's or St. Mary's? What if you go beat them? Beat a Pepperdine, beat these well-known mid majors, a Bradley, a Butler. I'm just saying you could beat a bunch of mid majors with two high-ranking basketball players. But again, the point I'm making is still, just because we win in basketball does not equate to profitability. It doesn't.
Hey, the best way to overcome a lie is to just tell the truth. Here's what I'm saying. The best way to overcome hate is just tell the opposite side of it. Just tell your truth and stand on that. We got to stop adding logs to the hate fire. There's a haters fire. There's a fireside haters chat that's going on. It's a continuous thing. And when we go and give energy to it, it grows. Right. I don't know about none of that shit until y'all come tell me, because I don't watch it. I'm gonna say it again. Stop telling me what these folks talking about. I ain't watching it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It
Go
don't
ahead,
matter.
No,
I know that piss people off, dog. I don't care about you pissed off. I stopped getting mad, TJ. I used to be frustrated.
Man,
I was like, wait a minute. It's called. Hold on. Let me say this last thing, TJ. It's called YouTube. That means you get to tube into what you want to watch. Go ahead, dog. I don't even cut y'all.
Kid, it just but like I was trying to say, I ain't let it get to me. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know majority of your followers, the majority of your followers are us, are JSU fan base. That's the only reason why you popping. You know what I'm saying? But Jackson State, they did me good, and I ate and this, that, and the third. But you ain't gonna get that nowhere else, though. You ain't gonna get that nowhere else.
Jackson State got some fans. We got some unique fans now. We got everybody that's in Jackson ain't of Jackson. I'm gonna say that too. Everybody that root for Jackson State don't have Jackson State.
Degrading of the HBCU thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro,
we
trying to come together, man. We trying to grow this thing.
We gotta stop sleeping with the enemy too, man. We gotta stop that. I'm gonna keep preaching. I'm gonna keep preaching it, because you guess what? You can say what you want to say, and so can I. I'm just telling you. Hey, you do you. I would do me. You know what I'm saying? And on the more positive note, it's actually, can I be real about something?
Yeah, be real.
Let's talk business. Zoe, I say this all the time. Y'all gotta understand business. I'm not saying you don't. Anti-Jackson State is profitable. Think about it.
Right.
We call it the coalition. YouTube is on YouTube. You can actually make money on this stuff, man. You can make money with these platforms, and you just need people tuning into your stuff. You need people to patronize your product, and if you get the viewership, so it's actually smart. I actually commend the anti-Jackson State people, because they really do a good job of it, and they'll actually pull in some Jackson State people, because it's like, well, what else is this person or these people gonna say about us? And it's kind of like this draw. So I really commend them for the smart business that they do. And all I'm telling you is that if it's Jackson State is one HBCU, there's 11 other HBCUs in the conference. They ain't got blue and white pom-poms and happy about what's going on at 1400 Dale Lynch. So most of them gonna tune into the other side, because they got something that they could get behind. And it's smart business. I actually commend them for it. And we gotta be okay with that, because that's part of it. I'd much rather sit on this side of it, and all I'm gonna tell you is you better not lose, because you ain't gonna like me even more. So go ahead. Grambling gonna get it too this weekend.
That's the only
Just
thing.
don't lose now. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't lose.
I think they don't. I don't think it's the message. I think it's the messenger that they don't rock with. And because that is the case, first of all, it gives them more to talk about on their platforms. And it's clickbait to me. Like, The only reason that, and I probably should be more active on my channel, I operate my life as if I'm a journalist because that's what I do as a career. So I don't just be out here giving my opinion, telling y'all what to think and stuff like that. You would think that people will want like more factual information, like the episode that y'all did um, with learning about how the rig got introduced to Jackson State. That was so profound to me because that's the type of stuff that people care about. That's the type of stuff that people want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something that I don't know. Anybody can go on a platform and hold a show and talk about nonsense for however many hours that they decide to do that. But what are you
Right.
learning? What are what am I getting from you? I don't want to just patronize your content and you just talking about a whole bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Well,
learn something.
there's a big market for like love and hip hop, married to medicine, um, housewives. It's all trash, honestly. It's trash content, but people gravitate towards it. And people like that stuff, man. I wouldn't dare watch it. It's not my cup of tea, but people man, when you watch the news channel, the news give you about 22 minutes of bad stuff and about they give you like 1 minute of good stuff and like the other 6 minutes is commercials. Is the math right? No, the other 7 minutes. 7, 2, 1, okay, 30 minutes. So the point I'm making is that there's a market for it. There's a market for foolishness. A part of the flip side to it is that not everybody wants to be serious. Not everybody wants to just be I had to understand that there is a side that side exists, and I just stay in my lane, bro. I stay in my lane. We do what we do. We fight the good fight by putting out um, what we think. And look, we don't know. Honestly, we don't know who gonna rock with us and who gonna tune in and who gonna like what we do. We just do it. If it's 236 people in here, but guess what, Tyler and TJ? If it was 36 people in here, we'll be going just as hard for them 36 than we do for the 236. And I ain't naive to think that all 237 that's sitting in this room is in here because they want to hear what we got to say. Some of these motherfuckers that's in this channel is in here listening for mess so they can go run back and tell the other side so they can keep it going on. But this is a public channel. You think I don't know that? I know that when I got into the space, but see, to keep it safe and to keep it, I'm gonna say it again. I don't have an issue with nothing nobody do. Only thing I have asked is just leave me out of it. Let's not make it personal. It's business. And you have your side, you have your position, you feel how you feel, and the rest goes about that. And that's all I'm gonna say about that on that. But I don't think that what Coach Prime is saying is bad. He's been very consistent. Do good business. We can be better. And I think the man is on the front line. He's willing to put himself in the trenches, man. It's for all of us to be better. And I don't know how you argue with that. There's people that just want to see anything negative in the light when it comes to Jack State, man. It is what it is. So I'm gonna keep doing what I do. You know, if you don't like the positivity, then go over to the other side. I welcome that. But we're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna be back this week again, and we're gonna preview.
Hey.
We're gonna talk. Go ahead, don't jump in there.
In the words of 4-5, this shit don't stop.
So don't. Hey, Zo.
Hey man, we from Jackson, Mississippi, bro. We done forgot about people. We from I said we from Jackson, Mississippi. All of us.
Okay.
But then what I'm saying, y'all know this. Y'all know what they say. Mississippi, what? The poorest state in the union. Jackson ain't this. Jackson ain't that. Let me tell you something about branding. I work in my past for Coca-Cola. I'm gonna just say it. And at one point in time, before Apple took over, Coca-Cola was the #1 brand in America. You saw that in cursive or the McDonald's arch. You ride down the highways, though, you see that McDonald's arch, all of a sudden your stomach start growling. You want a little something. You see what I'm saying? You see that Coca-Cola, it make you wanna But here's what I'm saying. Tyler, y'all know this, bro. You put your Jackson State gear on, you go anywhere. Folk like, man, Jackson State. That's branding. And here's the thing. People like to separate Dion from Jackson State. You can't. He's forever tied to Jackson State forever.
Yep. Can't do it.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
That's like I'm here in Columbus, Ohio. It's the same thing, King.
Man, I ain't know you was in Columbus. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
You up there with them Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, but
Hey.
I'm a JSU Tiger for
Hey,
life.
go on, tell the truth. You one of them new OJs, ain't you?
Why you say that?
Ed Levert Jr., you one of them new OJ.
No.
Hey man, so how long you been in Columbus, bro?
For about a year. I had switched. I was I'm working through FedEx. I was at FedEx down at home, and I came here.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Congrats to that, man. Work took me. Hey, work take all of us. We gonna follow that bag now.
You sure right.
But home is always there, man. You gonna be able to make it to the game this weekend?
To Memphis guy, no, I didn't make it. I watched it on TV.
What about Grant? Any games you plan on making this year?
Yeah, I'm planning on cause see, I was gonna make it to a Grambling game, but I had something to come up because I had to work. So I'm gonna make Valley. I'm gonna make Valley. I'm gonna make Homecoming and Alcorn.
That's what's up, man. I actually got it when I do the Homecoming. I gotta stay home that week, man, because I ain't gonna be able to travel back and forth. I'm gonna have to stay home and hit that. I gotta hit that Southern game that following weekend. I can't miss that. That's gonna be epic. Now I think that back to football. I think going into Homecoming, I honestly think that's going to be the toughest part of our schedule. No disrespect to Grambling. I think Grambling's going to be tough now because we're going to do a Grambling preview show. We got to wait till Tiger Talk. Tiger Talk, we're going to do a preview show on the platform, and then we're going to come and do our preview. So I don't think that Grambling is going to be as easy as people think. I had Grambling finishing second in the West behind Southern. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Zoe shaking his head.
I was finna say, Zoe, what you think about our boy Niles Gatter, man? How that performance to you?
Dang. I told Ken today, Niles Gatter, I'm not saying he gonna do this. The boy on pace to get 20 sacks right now. He gonna break the single sack record this year. And hot take for y'all, Isaiah Land won't finish with 10 sacks this season.
Joe said that today.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Hey, I ain't sleeping on Maurice Washington. Strange thing in that game, though. Not to change the subject.
Man,
he got five. He ran 5 times for 95 yards. We ain't see him no more. I thought that was strange. Keep going.
Guess what? I ain't scared of no running back with no shag. I done told you now.
He must be from Dallas or somewhere like that.
I ain't scared of no running back with no shag, dog.
Hey,
he's
man,
electric, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's electric.
Hey, he is. Maurice Washington's special, man. He runs high. He runs like I told him. I said he got a lot of speed. He's gonna try to beat you with his athleticism. But hey, man, I like our defensive chances. I'll say it like that.
Tyler, you say he electric. Our defense gonna pull the plug on this shit.
Sure live.
Hey, I got a question for everybody, even the chat.
That's all we gotta do, Zoe.
Even the chat. I got an interesting question for everybody. Will Jackson State defense allow a touchdown in week 3?
No.
Hold on, you said what?
No.
I said, will we give up a touchdown versus Grambling?
Nope.
So you think we're gonna have 3 weeks straight shutout?
Yes.
Like Nene Leak said, I said what I said.
You can tell he watched every. What is that? Real Housewives?
Washington is gonna score once.
They're gonna score.
I think Grambling get I think Grambling gets a touchdown.
Washington is gonna score once.
I think they get a touchdown. I think they get a touchdown.
Tyler? No.
They gotta understand. Jackson State defense play as a cohesive unit. Like they react to the ball. So
that's true.
I can't see it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you some real talk. Y'all look at all the electricity that Maurice Washington got. The booster is Barron Hobson. Not 45. Barron Hobson gonna light that ass up.
Hey, that's a good point. check this out, man. This is cool. I like that, Aaron. Said Dion knows all about Washington. He was his high school's running back. Killer Cam, aka Baby Bob Sands, and Shiloh if he plays. Is Shiloh gonna play Saturday?
Yep, he's supposed
We'll
to.
let y'all know soon.
He's supposed to. But look,
hey, listen, man. Everybody that's gonna be in Jackson, you gotta make sure y'all come rock with us. We're gonna be at the 1400 Club tailgate this weekend.
I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna be on one.
Go ahead.
I'm just telling you, I'm gonna be on one. Y'all gonna get with your boy. I'm gonna be on one. Ball in hand, ready.
So do they got Travis starting this weekend?
No, Coach Brown already announced.
Play Saturday.
Okay.
I actually like the decision that Coach. Now, let me say it this way: Travis could play if they needed him to. But Coach,
yeah. Go ahead, Coach, my bad. Go ahead, Ken.
Coach doesn't. Coach said that he wants him to be 100% because Travis plays both sides of the ball, and he's like, it's not fair to us to. He wants us to see the whole repertoire. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to send somebody out there, with a bad wheel, and then it run risk of further injury. So let's get him fully healthy. Hopefully he'll be healthy. If I honestly, if I had to guess, I would say we won't see him until Alabama State. If I had to guess. And this is not insider information. It's just me saying, okay, if he's not playing against Grambling, will he play against Mississippi Valley? If Mississippi Valley isn't really a good passing team, they don't have a quarterback, why do you roll him out there? So how about you just give him the next 3 weeks, including the bye, and let him heal completely, and then you see him against Alabama State for their homecoming. And then that's my take on it. I don't know if the coaches are thinking that. Hell, he could be out there versus Valley, for all I know.
Hey, to EA's point, you say the SWAC line play is atrocious. Isaiah Land only got off against one SWAC team last year. He really made his bones against Fort Valley State. So and FAMU was already 3 games in, so he got 8 games to get 9 sacks. It's doable, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, even for homecoming, but I mean, you don't just march him out there for homecoming. I don't see him. I don't think it's. See, this is my assessment on that. Like, he played, and when he played the first game, if Coach didn't hold him out, nobody would be talking about him being injured no more. He didn't re-injure himself in the game. Coach was just like saying, okay, we might see him against Valley, honestly. If he good to go.
I believe he'll play next week, though. I do.
Yes, and he very well could play against Valley. I ain't gonna be mad about it.
He didn't practice much last. He didn't practice much last week, so I foresee him playing next week.
Okay.
So what about our boy Nugget, man? I had to call him today. I'm like, man, listen, man, call him.
Nugget good. Nugget good.
I expect to see Nugget playing big time minutes on Saturday, man. I'll be shocked if he not. I'll be shocked because Coach said something in his press conference that I thought was important. He said a lot of players that didn't get all the reps, a lot of them got a lot of the reps in practice on Sunday. So expect to see Malachi a little bit more. I actually got Malachi being good. What Corey asked on the show yesterday, Zoe, who did we think was going to be the player that was going to emerge next game? I said Malachi Wiseman. I expect Malachi to have a big game on Saturday. Believe it or not. So, we'll see, man.
Hold on, Ken. Well, hold on. When we say play, we never said about who's going to play. We said who's going to start. And Shiloh actually got cleared and just started practicing. So, I mean, we'll say he might get in for a play or two. Coach Prime don't sugarcoat none with Shiloh. And one thing can't nobody say, because he didn't start every game last year. He don't. I just feel like
what that help me understand how Shiloh would play Saturday if it had to be. That's that.
Exactly.
Y'all trying to set up that daddy ball narrative.
What's y'all issue with Shiloh though? That's what I want to know.
Hey, let me. I'm
gonna questions like these multiple times. What is y'all issue with Shiloh?
I'm gonna answer it this way.
This is weird.
I do not have a problem with rich kids because I wish I was one.
Russell, hey, knock yourself out. You good?
We be mad. He said, "Can I trash talk in a good way?" Kent getting mad. My name ain't Kent, bro. So who is
He
Ken?
mad already. See,
Like I'm saying, it's Ken Clark, bro. You see it on the damn whatchamacallit.
I
Tell me
see.
Ken.
You can say what you want to say, dog.
Come on, Russell Haynes.
You say what you want to
The
say,
man
dog.
with. Come on, what you got, Russell Haynes? Come on the stream then.
Yeah, I said he had one good. I did say he had one good game against a SWAC team. Watch this. He had 5 sacks against Fort Valley State, and he had 4 sacks against Bama State. Last time I checked, that's 9. How many sacks do you have for the rest of the year?
Hey man, they be mad at it. Folks be mad at Shallow because he got hair. I guess because his hair grow long.
That's what I'm telling you, EA. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Isaiah Lane is a good player. He is. I just don't believe he's gonna finish with 10 sacks for the year. I don't.
Who's the greatest Clark to come out of Murrow High School? Ooh.
I'm finna fuck with you, Aldo.
Hey, you don't get no gripes out of me.
Oh, y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. It's a basketball player.
No, man. But no, but you know what, man? People love to we do that, man. We do that, bro. It's a part of it, bro. We gotta stop acting like we ain't we do that, bro. We have this we suffer from self-hatred, man. We hate to see us in a positive light. And I'm not saying everything is that, but boy, we got I don't know,
said
man.
SWAC schools. He had one good game against SWAC teams. That's a fact.
What are you talking about, land?
Yes.
But y'all, let's be. I mean, all right. I'm glad B Fresh said it. That's really what it be, man. We be mad at these kids, man. We be projecting our traumas onto these kids because they ain't come from what we come from. Man, I come from the gutter, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you. I come from a place where I had to rush home and call my girlfriend from a neighbor phone because I had to make sure she don't call me now. So don't call me and find out my phone is cut off. You know, it's hard to go home, bro, and see them candles. You see them candles on the thing, bro. You're like, wait a minute, man. Everybody, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you ain't come from that struggle. But I ain't got no problem with no kid that ain't had to deal with what I had to deal with. That ain't normal. Everybody ain't broke and everybody ain't miserable. Right. We gotta stop projecting our broke miserableness on these kids, man. These kids living a good life.
Hey, EA. Okay, you say a land who was holding them? Well, we holding them last year too.
Let that land stuff
Well, we hold them last year too.
Hell no. Tony
How many
Gray
sacks Isaiah Land had against Albany State?
Tony Gray whooping his ass all game long.
All right, we didn't do the preview, so FAMU won 21-13.
Jeremiah Clark, it sure was. And I'm sober as hell. It sure was Aldo Hudson. I said Aldo Clark. Lord forgive me. I didn't get that boy a new name. It sure was Hudson. Hey, man, I'm 44.
FAMU won 23-13. Isaiah Land had how many sacks? How many sacks he had, EA?
Hey, be fresh. I got to disagree with you there. I have seen a happy hater before. I promise I have. Oh, I have.
They weren't happy. That wasn't real happiness. That was surface level happiness. They were smiling. Smiling don't equate to happiness. I have never, ever seen a happy hater because happy people don't hate. They don't.
Well, you know, Sicker Johnson keep a scowl on his face.
Oh, 23-13. Okay. If the big G scores 7, will you wear a South Carolina State hat, Mr. Clark? Yes or no? Hell no. I just said they're gonna score. Matter of fact, here's the thing. I don't do that. I ain't gonna do that, bro. I ain't gonna wear no Gremlin hat under no circumstances. So that ain't gonna happen. I don't even make them bets because I can't control.
Oh. You just reminded me, Ken. Because, you know, I said it before the first game, and then, you know, they bombed when they played their first game. And they won last week. So now I can say it again. The G. It stands for gradually better.
Hey, man, Grambling won 47, what was it, 47-24, I think?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that game, though, man. And that game was...
They got gradually better. A little bit.
47-21. They scored literally 41 points, bro, in the first half. No, Was it the first half? Yeah. No? Yeah, they scored 41 in the first half.
Well,
And they scored their 47th point in the middle of the third quarter. They ain't scored no more the rest of the game. Now, did they have to? No. The other team scored 21. I watched that game. It was a lot of mistakes. It was a wet. But Grambling played their butts off. I mean, Hawkins had a pretty decent outing for them, the quarterback. Maurice Washington had 2 tugs. They picked up a fumble, ran it back. They had a pick, almost a pick 6 that led to a couple. And then they had a couple of pass touchdowns that just horrible defense by Northwestern State. So that's why, I appreciate Blue. Blue be breaking them down. That I don't pay attention to the FCS. I ain't even gonna lie like I do. I ain't interested. Can they mix up the receiving room this week? They need to move Quay back to receive for sure. I ain't in a position to say that, and neither are you. I ain't mean that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, the receiver room is actually fine.
Man, that's the last thing we got to worry about.
Yeah, I think the receiver room is fine because they're going to put the players in the best position for them to and I just think they see it. I trust TC. I trust Coach Prime with what
and
they're
then
doing.
on top of it, Ken, we talked about it on the show. Like, y'all do realize that Shador had 15 incompletions. If half of those are caught, Shador throws for 400 yards, and the receivers have better production. Y'all do realize that, right?
I don't understand how they had a subpar game. Shane Hooks had 9 catches. We put the ball on the ground a lot. 3 fumbles, multiple drops. It was just an ugly game. It happens. I don't think you see that this week.
Jeremiah, with all the respect, don't include me and no us. Ooh, don't disrespect me like that. I'm from that north.
Michael DeGroot from Harrison Central. I remember DeGroot.
I remember DeGroot too, but I'm from that north, Jeremiah.
See, I was in high school when Harrison Central won the state championship versus Merle, and it had Timmy Bowers was that dude at that time. See, I'm
my God.
Yeah. Why is the game versus Grambling at 1? It's actually 1 p.m. And yes, it actually is good business. If you understand Jackson, then you'll know it's great business. Because for those of us that don't understand Jackson, Jackson is not a nice place. Y'all gonna stop playing with Jackson. Telling you, man, you better get on in, get the game, get on up out of there. Because after dark, you at your own risk.
And there are some other factors to that too. There's some other factors too. From a recruiting standpoint.
Yeah, you gotta.
For recruiting, it's better to get
recruited. Go ahead, speak to it.
I was gonna say there are other factors to help with businesses by eating out and everything of that nature when you have day games plus recruiting, and then it's better for the players, to have day games to spend more time with their family and stuff after the game. So it's a lot of other factors into that. Now, granted, I prefer night games because that's what I grew up on, but Coach Prime got something to do with that too. Go ahead, Kim, my bad.
Well, Coach Prime is a businessman. Coach Prime says a lot of primetime games. You also have to factor in, we got 10 games on ESPN this year. So yes, it is good business. So a lot of those games are going to be allocated during the time slots in which is applicable for those agreements. And then you factor in a lot of times Coach won't the games to be over with. Like he said, a lot of the players, and they can get with their family, spend some time with their families after the game. They can mix it up a little bit. And then here's the other thing. It helps, like you said. When we get done, we can go eat dinner. We can still go do things in the city, man. And it allows us to get in and get out you can get in and get out before the sun goes down, because things get a little bit more difficult when navigating. Because if you look at the parking situation surrounding the vet, it ain't the most favorable spot. So you don't want to have people out there having no 6 p.m. games, 10 p.m., folks going all the way back up the street. Lighting ain't very well, trying to get to their cars, and cars can get, we deal with inner city stuff, man. So you also got to take the time. Let me say this too. You also got to take the time if we're partnering with the Jackson Police Department and the city of Jackson for security and those types of measures, you got to also factor in when you're going to have the most staff that'll be available to you. So not the most ideal because of the heat, but it's definitely good business. Hell, Texas and Alabama played in Austin this past weekend at 11 a.m. kickoff. And them kids was outside at 7 in the morning standing in line. So I don't think we have to play every game at 6 p.m. That's just That don't have to. We do what works for us. So yeah,
Hey,
the
I'm gonna
answer
say
is
like
yes.
this.
It is.
Whatever TV want, they're gonna get.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. The dude on the other show and his narrative, I don't care nobody, man. Like, some real tone deaf stuff. People really listen, man. I don't. I we addressed it at the beginning of the show. You know, I trust the coaches, man. I trust the coaches, and they feel like they see what they see, and we when we see certain players, we know who, like we said earlier in the show, we know who was playing well at practice based off the playing time that they get. So,
Yeah, who started? That start lineup is not the same every week. Got to pay attention to that. It's not. Start lineup is different every week.
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't want none of the players to be listening to me. If I had something to say to them, I would tell them they need to be paying attention to their coaches and focusing on their schoolwork and doing what they need to do to get on that field, man. I'm not going to put my thoughts and opinions on what I think a player should or shouldn't do, because I don't think in an hour he could tell me everything that's going on and how it is. So, yeah, people like to, interject, but whatever. The Nugget needs to enter the portal because Jack State is killing the draft stock.
Oh, okay.
I could actually dispel that, but I ain't gonna worry about that again. That's another Nugget to be all right.
Hey.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. What draft stock?
Oh, okay.
You think so? So you think when the scouts come to practice, they don't ask coaches how he practiced or how they person practice or what they look like and what's really going on? Not saying anything's going on with Nugget, but I'm just saying, we gonna question the guy. So this is the cute thing about the Nugget situation, the uniqueness of it. Zoe, Tyler, TJ, listen, bro. Nugget played the same position that our head coach played. And his position coach played the same position at the highest level. I don't know enough about the cornerback position to ever question that man when it comes to his judgment on whatever he's looking for and whatever they seeing. So I'm going to just err on the side of just following the coach on this one. And that's all I got on that. So y'all know how we feel about Nugget, bro. Nug is family, man. I got so much love for the young man. I told him that. And I absolutely believe everything he said to me. I feel like Nugget is in the best possible situation he can be in.
He is.
And I would strongly advise Nugget. Don't you be listening to no damn YouTubers, man. Listen to them coaches that you over there playing for. Listen to them, because them the ones that done been to where you trying to go. You know what I'm saying? The transfer, I'm going to say it again. There was 6,000 student athletes in transfer portal. Not everybody found a home. Now, I'm not going to entertain the idea of portal talk when it comes to the players, because I don't speak on the portal like that. If they hit the portal, cool. If they don't, great. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just trust it. I trust that, man, because, man, the NFL is about connections too, man. You see what I'm saying? Did we not just have a player that didn't even play us? He played probably a handful of snaps over last season. Man, worked for the NFL Network right now, and still got a chance to go make it to NFL roster if needs be. As a coach, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something about listening to YouTubers, right? Listen to me and listen to me good. We sit here and talking about somebody's gonna transfer. Everybody named Mama was talking about Niles Gaddy ain't good. That same player lead the conference in sacks right now.
I remember that too. We don't need to go back and roll the film on that.
The same player leads this conference in sacks. Is on pace to get over 20 sacks this year. So I'm saying say this, man. Look, even if it's me talking, bro, look. I can give an opinion all they want to, but look, what I say ain't gonna make you shit, and vice versa. What I eat ain't gonna make you shit. Same thing. So at the end of the day, bro, and guess what? We could be wrong all day. It ain't gonna change shit. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. When it comes to them play, it ain't gonna change shit. Not to them fans, it is, because I'm gonna needle the hell out your ass. But when it comes to them players, man, look, we could be wrong all damn day long. And another thing too, we can assume shit is going down. I do know an NFL scout. Actually, was a Jack State player. Chicago Bears lead scout is a former Jack State player. Okay, ask them if his stock went down. Because if you ain't talking to none of them, neither one of us could be at liberty. We can assume. We don't know. But guess what? Just like we devalue black things, we devalue OSFCS HBCU ball. So, he ain't really playing. So that just means his stock is going down. Well, guess what? Well, guess what? Just like we talk about money games gives you exposure. Hey, man, the first HBCU player drafted last year played D2 ball. Didn't play no money game. Didn't play no real good FCS competition for Fayetteville State. He balled out on his level, but guess what them scouts do? They come to practice. Yeah, and another thing, Nugget not playing. He's not playing because of disciplinary issues. There's nothing negative that's coming from Coach Prime about Nugget right now. Nothing.
Hey, and when this is the funny thing about all of this. Nugget can go out Saturday and have a big game, and all of this is irrelevant. And guess what? You can turn around against Valley and have another big game. Bro, you really only need about a good six. Let's say all of this continue on, and let's say around Bethune-Cookman, he fall into the starting lineup and just have a monster rest of the year. You think his stock gonna go down when he plays the position? Listen to this, man. I'm gonna say it again. His head football coach is the greatest player in the history of the NFL to ever play his position. Who do you think the scouts gonna listen to?
Yeah.
I got one better. I got one better.
We're gonna listen to the coach.
I got one better.
Who?
Who some of these general managers gonna listen to? Who some of these NFL owners gonna listen to?
Bro, let me tell you, man.
It's been proven. It's been proven.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here, man. I got a first cousin that played 6 years in the NFL, first round draft pick. You don't know it? Go to the 2010 NFL draft pick. First round 26 pick. He was the pick right after Tim Tebow by the name of Dan Wiggs. Played at Tennessee, and he went on to get drafted and get played by the Arizona Cardinals. 4 years for Arizona and 2 years for the Raiders. And he'll tell you he was the first one to always. I went to many games, and I was able to stay at hotels with teams and see. But he told me straight up, cuz that the politics and all of this, the NFL is about politics, about who you know. I sat up here and had conversations with this man about players who had certain clauses in their contracts, though, that came down to a snap counts. And if they didn't want to pay you, you could be playing well, and they'll get a call from up top that say pull it. And you trying to figure out why such and such ain't on the field because they have a bonus in their clause that talks about snaps. The point I'm making is it's about who you know. And I'm not saying that if he does whatever the case may be, like we gotta this whole notion of the portal means that you would have to shut down your season, find another team, and then go play for that team next year. You still gotta go earn your keep. You still gotta go perform. You see what I'm saying? You still got to go do something. So the notion of, I think that what you got going on ain't meeting my standard, which your standard, that person or whomever standard ain't got nothing to do with what's really going on. I just think that that's bad advice, and I would hope that the players wouldn't listen to that. So I don't know what was said. I don't know what is being said, but I know what people are talking about in relation to that. And you and I both know what he told us, bro. And I'm gonna say it. I won't repeat what he said. Just trust me. I love his mentality, and I'm telling you, he will be fine. He will be fine. Somebody said in the comments that
It's a lot we can't say, man. But again, we're not giving you hearsay or something that we heard. We're telling you what we know. And Ken and I both sat there in Miami, and nigga gonna be fine.
Somebody actually came to me and was like, bro, when you go in the man dress, I'm like, I don't need to address. We don't have to address this stuff, man. This is a different era, man. Let me tell y'all something about this social media stuff. And I'm gonna just talk now. I'm done with the football. I'm done with the recap. We can get off 3 hours in. I'm gonna shut it down in just a second. But I just want to talk about life because, again, I'm gonna say it again, bro. I live in LA. LA is a different kind of place. This social media changed the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a young man lose his life today because he's sitting down at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle trying to eat a meal, but his old lady decided that she wanted to post a picture of their meal and actually put where they at. Some people feel like it was a setup. I don't know, man. I can't speak on that, but I'm just saying, like, it's a terrible thing, bro. But it's like social media changed the world, man. And it's amazing how people feel like everything has to be addressed, everything has to be said, everything has to be put out there, everything has to be shared. And what I want for the players, honestly, I like to interact with the players though, because we had a podcast, we want to bring them on, interview them, get to know them, show love to them. But it's just certain stuff we don't need to know. We don't have to have access to. We don't need to know. We just want to see them be well represented and really shout out to the new cell phone tower at the stadium. Hey, spot on, baby. Spot on. But anyway, man, I'm done, man. I'm done. I can go on, but I'm gonna park it right there. And I don't know, man. I just feel like we got so much work to do, man, as a people, man. You gotta be the change you hope to see. My solution to, I mean, we've been getting hated on even before we was winning, and then when Dion came, it got even worse. So instead of me trying to fight fire with fire, man, I'm just gonna keep fighting a good fight, man. We're gonna keep coming to you guys. We're gonna keep talking and keep putting it out there. Apparently, whatever we're doing is some people are rocking with it, so we love it, man. But if you come into Jackson, let's do a few little housekeeping, man. If you come into Jackson, y'all be sure to stop by and come rock with us over at the tailgate. Man, I can't wait to get home, bro. I can't wait to get home.
You gonna go to Brown Bottom, baby?
Absolutely not. I will not be going to Brown Bottom. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't go back to Brown Bottom.
Nowhere near nothing either.
Hey, I love you. I lost my brother in that. Let me tell you something, man. Brown Bottom is a very traumatizing place for me. I represent Brown Bottom because it's part of my past, but I don't have a reason. Last time I went to Brown Bottom, I'm gonna tell y'all a personal story. This ain't I'm not gonna say no names. A childhood friend of mine that played basketball with me. And we grew up around drugs and you know, those that were selling drugs, those that got strung out on drugs, and we saw what it did to our community, right? Mm-hmm. I left, moved to Madison, I come back, and somebody I was really close to, I went back to the truck stop right there on Northside Drive, right next to the car wash and auto. Right between Mosley Avenue and Newman, right? And that person that I saw, man, childhood friend of mine, bro, strung out on drugs, man, and it broke my heart. And we both stood there and we cried. And he asked me for $3 to wash my car. And I said, bro, I can't do that, bro. I'm gonna just give you the money. And I said, I'll never be back over here ever again because I just couldn't. I lost too many childhood friends. I saw too many people, life go in the wrong direction. So for me, I don't even go that direction, bro. With all due respect, hope don't nobody be offended by that. But grandma don't live over there no more. Grandma was moved out. And when my brother died, grandma stayed as long as bro was there living. So he'd have somewhere to lay his head down. And when bro got killed, we finally got grandma to realize, Grandma, Chris ain't coming back. You got to get out of here. And when we got grandma to go somewhere else, I ain't going back no more, bro. So I represent Brown Bottom, dog, but I ain't going back, bro. I'm gonna go to Madison.
Story with me, Ken.
I'm gonna go to Madison, though. My dad been in Madison since '89, but you know, when I go to Jackson, it's about good living. It ain't about all that foolishness, man. We try to have a good time, good vibes. And man, we should be bigging each other up, man. Y'all know what we come through, bro. We in our 40s now. Zoe just turns 57 the other day. And I'm messing with you, man. He just turned 44. I said 57. But for us to get to be, but for me to get to 40 though, bro, and after everything we've been through, bro, and to be on this side of it, man, it's time to enjoy life, bro, and big each other up. That's why I wanted Tyler to come on here. The reason I wanted to bring Tyler on, for everybody that's on the Tyler, drop your YouTube channel, bro. I want y'all to do me a favor, man. This is a good brother right here. Sip My Thoughts podcast. I know he on YouTube, and I really rock with bro. And before I ever had a page, he had me to come on. We talked about I was in Atlanta when he brought me on the show.
Yeah.
But
Celebration Bowl weekend, I believe.
Celebration Bowl, man, and we had a good show, man. And I already know how it goes, bro. Slow traction come to the play. People that's really telling it. When you talk the good stuff, man, it be slow, man. People don't really want to hear that good stuff. They want that foolishness.
They don't care.
They want that foolishness. But hey, drop your page and let everybody know how they can go follow you, bro. Let's get all your followers. We got 200 people in here, man. All 200 of y'all, man. Go subscribe to the podcast. Let them know where to find you, bro.
Man, I appreciate it. So if y'all go on Twitter and click the link in my bio, it'll show you all of my social media stuff. Basically, what I talk about is Black Southern culture, and obviously that is composed of a bunch of different stuff. I mean, you get sports. I have interviews with like hip hop legends. Most of y'all from Mississippi, if you don't know, David Banner was once in a group with a guy named Kamikaze.
Brand, my neighbor.
Yeah, Crooked Letters.
Yes, sir.
So that's the type of stuff you're gonna get on my channel, man. You're not gonna get no foolishness. I like to have thought-provoking conversations with people who look like us and just talk about things, what they're contributing to the culture, stuff like that. So if you're looking for foolishness, I mean, I'm probably not your guy. But you can follow me on Twitter, Sip My Thoughts, click the link in my bio. Like, it'll show you all my social media. I'm on YouTube, Sip My Thoughts. So like I said, just check out some of my content. I do have the podcast also, so it's not just on YouTube. So if you all listen to podcasts, I'm on Apple Pods, Spotify, all of the streaming platforms. You can find me on there. Let me know what you think about my content. Leave me some, let me know what you think, what I can do better. I mean, I'm open for criticism, all that good stuff, man. Film also. I do a little bit of everything. I'm in the process of trying to. I'm building my brand. I got a brand currently, but like I'm doing a bunch of stuff outside of. I'm at work right now, but I got to do a bunch of media stuff outside of here also. So.
Hey man. Hey.
Again, Twitter. Click the link in my bio.
Hey, Sip My Thoughts, man. Really, really cool brother, man. From the Sip, from Jacktown, bro. And like I said, I appreciate you. And I know what you do, and I value what you do. I appreciate what you do, and like I said, whether it's 3 or 300, we're gonna be consistent. We're gonna keep the message what it is, and that's how you do it, bro. You, if you don't believe in your own stuff, good luck trying to get somebody else to believe in it, right?
Exactly.
So I appreciate you for coming on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work, man, and keep that positive energy going, bro. And I appreciate you for tuning in. We're gonna be ready to close this thing out, though.
Appreciate y'all guys, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Peace out, Doc.
Yeah, I love Go Tigers.
Hey, bro. Shit, I think my am I still on, bro? This thing done froze up on me. I think whatever. There I go. Wait, there we go. All right. Just subscribe to Sip. Yeah, man. Y'all go subscribe to my brother, man. And keep it going, man. Bro, appreciate you, man. I know it's late for you, man. It's late for me too. If it's late for me, I know it's late for you. My goodness, Doc. But bro, we'll come back and look. Unfortunately we had to address what we had to address, but it is what it is. We'll come back again. Probably when we gonna come back on Friday, maybe.
Thursday, Friday on
Let's do Friday, man. We'll come back on Friday. Like we had a Friday preview of week 3. So we'll come back and as we get ready to preview the games going into Saturday, what we'll do is we'll touch on a little bit of last week and then we'll go into the meat and we're gonna continue our score predictions, bro. My score was I said 45-10, but 16-3. We'll take the dub.
Man, Jeremiah.
Be on for 1 a.m. I know it, bro. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, bro. Jeremiah.
I'm good. I'm grown, man. I could have got off.
Bro. I'm about to go to bed, man.
Jeremiah, you all right, even though you went to Murrah, man. You all right.
Hey, Jeremiah, cool, bro. Cool man. Cat right there. He got a good last name. I know Jeremiah too, man.
He cool, man. He went to Murrah though.
Yeah, I remember Jeremiah, bro. That's bro right there, man. I remember old Jeremiah.
Mouth. Seaway, baby.
Well, anyway, bro. All love, man. Appreciate you, Doc. We go to bed, man.
All y'all, man. Look, enjoy it all, y'all, man. D.I. love. Go Tigers.
Peace.
Peace.